Hello, Biafrans, lovers of freedom. Join me, my people, join me so that we will continue. Today, we want to talk about Mazen Nnamdi Kanu's case, the incompetency of Nigeria going backward and forward, and a host of other things that we have to discuss, especially the funding of our liberation. Join me, fellow Biafrans all over the world, and let us continue. Hello, my people, wonderful Biafrans. I say good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on your location. I thank you all for joining me today, Biafrans, lovers of freedom. My people, I greet you and I thank you all that will always come when I am here to talk about Biafra and everything that touches and concerns Biafra. Thank you so much, Mary. I appreciate you. Charles Ndewo, thank you so much for joining us. I thank Chukwu Okike Abiama for today. I thank him for the life of Biafrans and for the life of our leader and our Prime Minister, Mazi Simon Ekpa, and most especially the life of our APM Mazi Ogenkere, the man that is really shaking and moving Nigeria. Biafrans, we have achieved a lot so far, and we will continue to do so. Ndị be anyị nọ n'ụlọ, ekenekwa m unu, ekene m nwoke, ekene nwanyị. Ọ ga-adịla onye ọbụla bụ onye Biafra mma, ma ndị nọ n'ụlọ ma ndị nọ n'ama. Ọ ga-adịla unu niile na mma, particularly ndị niile na-atụ ego ka Biafra wee bịa, maka na freedom abụrụ ife dị izi. Ọ dịrọ mfe, ọ dịrọ fecha fecha. Freedom require ego, and ndị niile na-atụnya bụ ego, anụmasị Chukwu Okike Abiama ya bụ ulufu ụzọ kwa elufu azụ. Ebe niile fa tinyere aka, fa ga-enweta ego. Fa gaa n'iru, fa gaa n'azụ, ego ga-abụ nke fa. Ọganiru, ogologo ndụ na-arụ isi ike. Ndewonu, my people. Ife na-eme na Biafra land, ife na-aga, we have to let people know. We have to search and dig for information to pass on to our people. Ndị zoo enwere ife ọzọ fa na-eme karịkwa igbu mmadụ. Ya ka iji wee si na anyị achọrọzi ogologo akụkọ with ndị Nigeria government. That we have to leave. We have to definitely take our leave. And how do we do that? You do that by, trying very hard, trying extremely very hard to make your donations. Because what is going on right now is because we were able to maintain a lobbying firm that is taking us to the powerful nations of the world that are speaking up right now. And Nigeria is weeing in their pants. Nigeria is weeing in their pants. Let us listen to this man. Wow. Let's skip. Biafrans, we will all recall that Onyendu Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was abducted all the way from Kenya. And whatever is going on in Nigeria court is not the right thing. It is not the right thing. You might ask me how they are connected Onyendu is our leader. He is the one that took over from Mazi Uwazurike immediately when he was sabotaged. When he was sabotaged, you can see everything that is happening, how Onyendu took over as soon as he was sabotaged. The same group of people, the same group of
on
people
the actual bill. So
went
what this
ahead
looks
to
like is
sabotage Onyendu, and Onyendu's rendition made it that everybody was talking about how illegal that rendition is, how he was tortured in Kenya, how he was brought back, people that were behind his rendition. But it is still the same terrorist Nigeria. They hate Igbo people, they want Igbo people to be silent, but they don't want them to go. Is it not a contradictory attitude and behavior? So, my people, all this led to the stage where we are right now. Now, we will never stop talking about the achievement of this very movement by the current leaders. Because detaining Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, Nigerians are not think they are not people that think very well. I don't know what we will call this situation. You detain Mazi Nnamdi Kanu so that he will stop talking about Biafra. But you people see that Biafra is moving. Biafra is, that is clearly moving ahead of anybody else in this world. Biafra is trending all over the world right now, to the extent that the president of the most powerful country in the world, President Donald Trump, is working because of what Breji, Biafra Republic government in exile, is doing. And Nigeria know it. Why are they detaining Onyendu Mazi Nnamdi Kanu continuously? To the extent that the speculation now is that they want to kill him. So, Biafrans, it is so confusing that Nigeria has no brain to know that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu should be left alone, because we have crossed the whole Rubicon. We have crossed this line. They can never bring us back. Now, all these congressmen that you see here, they know about Biafra, but it is never their priority. But our Prime Minister, acting Prime Minister Mazi Ogekere, who took over from every other one now that was our leader, still is our leader, but not around. He is the one that went to all these congressmen and, created the awareness that this is what is happening to us. And who is causing it? Nigeria government. So it is like one thing leading to another. This morning I saw this on our APM's Twitter handle. This man, Riley Moore, they keep asking him questions, interviewing him, interrogating him to know why they are doing what they are doing. So I just picked it up from his Twitter handle. Let us listen to the interview and his response, and we will take it from there, because there's a video of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's case that I would like us to watch after this.
is you have the three bills: military construction, veterans affairs is one bill, agriculture is another bill, which has the SNAP benefits, by the way, and then legislative branch, which I'm the vice chair of. That is attached to a
Please, my people, are you hearing what the congressman is saying? let me know, because yesterday after playing my video, I discovered that the sound was not coming out. Can someone please indicate yes or no that you are hearing him? Please.
CR, or rather, CR is attached to that.
Get a congressional perspective. Joining me now to discuss this and more is Congressman Riley Moore.
My sister
He's a
Love,
member of the House
can you
Appropriations
please
Committee and
confirm that you are
represents the
hearing them?
2nd Congressional District of West Virginia. Congressman Moore, always great to see you. Welcome back to Washington Watch.
Hey, Jody, thanks for having me on.
Okay, let's just start with the latest. What are you hearing about last night's vote in the Senate?
Thank you, Mary.
Well, yeah, look, you kind of laid it out pretty good there. Is we had 7 Democrats, 1 independent come over and vote for the.
Get a congressional perspective. Joining me now to discuss this and more is Congressman Riley Moore. He's a member of the House Appropriations Committee and represents the 2nd Congressional District of West Virginia. Congressman Moore, always great to see you. Welcome back to Washington Watch.
Thank you.
Hey, Jody, thanks for having me
Thank you,
on.
Love. Thank you, Lizzo.
Okay, let's just start with the latest. What are you hearing about last night's vote in the Senate?
Well, yeah, look, you kind of laid it out pretty good there. Is we had 7 Democrats, 1 independent come over and vote for the cloture motion so we could actually, which is the motion to proceed, so we could actually hold the vote on the actual bill. So what this looks like is you have the 3 bills: military construction, Veterans Affairs is one bill, agriculture is another
Thank
bill,
you,
which
Love.
has the SNAP benefits, by the way, and then legislative branch, which I'm the vice chair of. That is attached to a C.
Sorry, let me start it all over again.
Perspective. Joining me now to discuss this and more is Congressman Riley Moore. He's a member of the House Appropriations Committee and represents the 2nd Congressional District of West Virginia. Congressman Moore, always great to see you. Welcome back to Washington Watch.
Hey, Jody, thanks for having me on.
Okay, let's just start with the latest. What are you hearing about last night's vote in the Senate?
Well, yeah, look, you kind of laid it out pretty good there. Is we had 7 Democrats, 1 independent come over and vote for the cloture motion so we could actually, which is the motion to proceed, so we could actually hold the vote on the actual bill. So what this looks like is you have the 3 bills: military construction, Veterans Affairs is one bill, agriculture is another bill, which has the SNAP benefits, by the way, and then legislative branch, which I'm the vice chair of. That is attached to a CR, or rather, a CR is attached to that package. The CR, which is a continuing resolution, will run till January 30th, so then we can finish the rest of the appropriations process. The Senate, right now, as we speak, could have as many as 7 procedural votes here tonight that they need to get through to actually get the bill back over to the House. I think probably the earliest I would see us voting is Wednesday in the House, probably Wednesday evening, but that's all determined and based on how quickly the Senate can get the bill back over to us.
Yeah, there's a lot of hurdles to get it back by Wednesday, but I hope you're right that it can happen that quickly. I'm watching all of this, Congressman, and a lot of Democrats are really upset about yesterday's vote. In fact, in voicing himself, Senate Minority Leader Chuck Schumer framed this whole thing as a Republican bill. What's your take on the reactions that we're watching right now from the left?
Well, it's clearly not a Republican bill. It was supported in a bipartisan manner. And I think Chuck Schumer, the minority leader, has proven once again he's not much of a leader over in that chamber. It's probably time for him to step aside and let somebody else lead who can actually do what's good for the country and work across the aisle on these important issues, such as funding the government and providing SNAP benefits, which he wasn't able to do and was in a position of literally withholding food from people in this country that need it the most for his own political benefit and gain of his party. And so also he could try to stave off a
Yes, my people, you can see most of the things they are talking about is something that is related to their country, including um, their military issues, which also relates to going to Nigeria, their military and their defense. So let's now switch over to what I want us to talk about today.
In the case of Kanu, frankly speaking, the charges can hardly be proved. One of the counts is sedition. Sedition was pronounced illegal and unconstitutional in 1983 in the case of Arthur Nwankwo and the state. So I don't know, I can't see how some of those charges will stand in law. So the choice before the government is to have this matter resolved politically.
Good evening, everyone. Thanks for joining me in this video. I am making this video in the late evening of Monday, the 10th.
Yes, my people, the man that talked now, Falana, is a son, senior advocate of Nigeria. These people, they all know the law. They don't want to talk to the government. The government knew what they were doing, using Biafran politician or say Igbo politician in Nigeria politics and Nigeria government. Biafrans, we all know that when a law is made, no matter how blind or how deaf you are that you cannot understand the sign that something is obsolete, a law that has been repealed is obsolete, you cannot invoke it in any case in the law court of any country. You know why they repealed that terrorism act in 2013? Was because of their Boko Haram, because of their own terrorist group. But you won't believe what they have done. That all this while, James Omotosho, that's the last judge, because all other judges have resigned, some of them have left because they knew that this government is not letting them, the judiciary, to have their independence. In the United Kingdom, they have what is called independence of the judiciary. That is to say that government can never impose themselves on the judiciary, the judges, the courts. But in Nigeria, the executives still imposes their power and authorities on the judges of Nigeria. And they accept it because they bribe them, they corrupt them. The system is messed up. When a court makes a ruling, because the judges don't make the law, a law is made by the executives, just like Ted Cruz, who is one of the lawmakers, advocated that Nigeria should be designated as a country of particular concern. He is an executive lawmaker, and they make the law, and the court will apply it. The judges don't make law. They only decide cases with the rule of law that controls the nation. That's why it is called court of justice, where people go and get justice. Whether you are poor, rich, or just lame, no matter your nature, disabled, a whole human being, somebody that is okay, millionaire or poor, you go to court to get justice. But in Nigeria, it doesn't work that way. Because somebody telling me, oh, it is the Southeast governors, and it is the Igbo politicians, are they judges? And the answer is no. So how do they influence the rule of law? They influence them because Nigeria judiciary has no independence. They are still enshrined in the executive's rules. So nobody will tell me anything. Even that son that spoke now, Falana, They all know that Nigeria judiciary is a total sham. Fortunately, they did not send our PM back to Nigeria because he would have faced the worst thing because Nigeria hated our PM with passion. Now they know that Onyendu, 3 judges, that is if it is a country that follows their rule of law, 3 judges have said in 2022 that Onyendu was returned in breach of international and national law. Therefore, he should be returned and that they should follow the right procedure, the right and correct court procedure by making application to Kenya court where they found him for his rendition or for his return. And they will follow the right procedure, but they never did any of this. They never did any of this. And the reason why you have to follow the procedure is exactly what Onyendu is going through now. Onyendu is not getting justice at all. He is not. So the speculation is that they want to buy Onyendu. There's a video I have here. Let me see if I can play it. You know, where one prophet was saying that very soon that Onyendu or their father will be missing. So my people, I said to myself, I have to play this to the hearing of my people, you know, so that everybody will hear this very video and, you know, let me see.
na Maazị Nnamdi Kanu na a ga-achọ ya elu chọọ ya ala ọ wezụkwa onye ya ama ebe Nnamdi Kanu gawara.
Please, my people, as usual, yesterday this happened. So I'm always asking, can anyone confirm? Please don't be angry with me if you are hearing this guy, the volume of the video. Thank you.
Chigbo anụ ọzọ ọ nwere nwa pastọ na-akwụrụ online ọ pụtara kita of recent a Nigerian based South African pastor ọ pụtara online si na very soon na Maazị Nnamdi Kanu ya isi na Maazị Nnamdi Kanu na a ga-achọ ya elu chọọ ya ala ọ wezụkwa onye ya ama ebe Nnamdi Kanu gawara that na Maazị Nnamdi Kanu ya isi na DSS detention. Mma agba unu video a unu na-ele video a unu na-ekiri video a n'anya unu maka na ọ bụghị ọkụ okwu a because ọ na-eme mkpuo mepụtara unu video unu na-watch ya unu elele ya so that tomorrow let nobody come here and tell me rubbish. Ọ sị na very soon now na Nnamdi Kanu na a ga-achọ ya elu chọọ ya ala ama fizikwa ya again na DSS detention. Mma agba unu video a ihe this man of God kwuru but ama.
Okay, thank you Ikuku Ndewo. Thank you so much.
Nnamdi Kanu.
There is a young man that was arrested in Nigeria called Nnamdi Kanu. He will be missing. They will not know where he is again. Whether he's in the prison, he will be missing. He will snake. They will just hear it's not found again. So whatever you hear for your own nation, pray because it's coming. You see, let me tell you how prophecy is. Prophecy will say there will be rain where everything look too dry. When you've not seen rain for 5 years, prophecy will say there's a flood coming tomorrow. But you've not seen rain for 5 years, they're saying there will be flood. How? So it's not making sense to you now until you see. You say, was this what we're saying? I would have prayed. So I said 3 people disappear in Nigeria. 1 will disappear out of prison. 2 activists propelling the youth will also disappear. Let's lift up our voice and pray for Africans. Say, Lord Jesus, by your blood, clean the nation of Africa and restore your peace. Open your mouth and pray that prayer.
Ọkwa dị unu clear n'anya evidence ka mụnwa ji aga ndị be anyị ga ntị maka na nwaanyị nọwụ chigbuo anụ ọzọ. O nwere one person akwụrụ online ọ pụtara kita of recent, a Nigerian based South African pastor.
So my people, you have seen why I panicked so much when I heard that we need to pray for our leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Recently, he wrote a letter to America, but I pray to God that America will come to his aid. Ndị be anyị nọ n'ụlọ, ịma na ụfọdụ n'ime unu na-ada agwa m na-asị fa kpọọ m na fon fasị m kedu nke na-eme na onwerọkwa ife na-eme na Nigeria fa na-anụ. Yes, because na Nigeria gọọmenti bụ mekaniki na-egbu onye nwe moto. Nigeria gọọmenti adekwe ka anybody nọ na Nigeria nwee ọnụ okwu ma ọ mara ife na-aga. Nobody hears or nobody knows what is going on in Nigeria. Ndị bi na Nigeria amara ife na-aga. Fa na-akpọ m sị m kedu nke na-eme. Ma nsendị alụfa my video fa sị na ọ dị too long. Na ya ụfọdụ n'ime fa kama unu kpọọ ya 3 days. Ige ya for your data ịkwụsị. Tomorrow you continue. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's case has now become like kafa welie wee megide ndị Igbo, ma kafa welie as final nailing on the coffin, so that no matter what we do, we should know that we are under them. This is why I jade kwoku donation, fundraising, because now this fundraising is something you will use to fight for your freedom. Now freedom fight is like onye na-azụ afịa akpa. Ị mara ife ị ga-afụ n'ime, tomorrow you will see another thing. Like now, oge ibido, anyị amara na APM anya na o nwere onye ga-editain wee chọba lawyer. And when you have lawyer, you have finances to pay the lawyers. Another thing aputakwa, you have to pay for that. Freedom fight. Abura and easy thing. That's why we keep encouraging our people to donate. Please, that is the nitty-gritty of whatever I'm doing. Donation. Our donation. If you go to our website, it is just there. Once you click and enter www.biafrarepublicgovernment.org, the first thing you will see on your top left-hand side, as this bridge is here, is donation. You click on it. It is just the normal step. Even IOU still exists. And I na agwandi no. Most businessmen no. Get wetela Biafra in one day. Mobu no ife facho. And I na yofa kobuli ife facho eziokwu maka na Biafra ga-abịa and obia onwere onye a ga-achụpụ. Biafra bịa today onwere onye a ga-asị pụọ na ịbụrụ onye Biafra mba. Oh, for all of us. This is why we always make this clear awareness that na donation dị mkpa. My people, oburokwanu na onwere onye a na-akwụ ụgwọ. Our APM dịkwanu ka nwaanyị dị ime. O mara mbosi ọ ga-amụ. And onyanwa bụ everything n'isi. Nwaanyị dị ime bụ sosi ya na-ebu nwa, sosi ya na-ebu the pain. Okogodulu about it, you won't feel it the way nyanwa si feel it. He is the one bearing all this. My people, donate. Ọ dị ezigbo mkpa. Even ojiji eji Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, nke a na-asị na ọ ga-emisi na ọ memisi, onye ọbụla tinye na prayer. Ka Chukwu tinye ọgbaghara n'etiti ndị niile na-akpa akpụkpa ka egbuo onye bụ nwoke. Chineke bi n'igwe ama ekwe. ọgbaghara ga-aba n'imefa. Ofu onye ma mmadụ na-abụ gasịrịrị no. Na ọbara ulu na unu ga-egbu nwoke. After all, ndị Biafra na-aga n'ihu. They are accusing us now. Oh, it is IPOB who is making America to designate us. So, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is inside. He is not the one doing it right now. So why are you still holding him? That is why I go all around looking for information to let Biafrans know. Let us know that no anyenwa ji onwe anyị. It is us. It is us. So let us continue to listen to this, our brother.
Day of November 2025. It is a breaking news that Nnamdi Kanu heads back to Supreme Court to challenge 2023 erroneous ruling. I am not a lawyer, so there's some angle I wouldn't, like to put mouth when it comes to issue of Nnamdi Kanu court proceedings. But I found interest in this right from the beginning. So that is why if I see something like this, I'll first of all refer to a lawyer, ask him what is the meaning of this. Because when I saw this, I said, where is Nnamdi Kanu dragging Nigeria government again? I thought Nigeria government was the one dragging Nnamdi Kanu. Now, Nnamdi Kanu has continued to drag the federal government again. Where are they dragging all these things to? So,
stop worrying if the price will go up or down. If you compare the price of Bitcoin and
I apologize.
the lawyer explained a simple, something for me, of which I'm going to read this article and analyze it for you. However, the lawyer told me that Nnamdi Kanu is going back to Supreme Court because not that Supreme Court found him guilty, but Supreme Court, after condemning the atrocities of the federal government, after saying Nnamdi Kanu did not jump in and so on and so forth, that Supreme Court relied on a law that is not existing again to send Nnamdi Kanu back to Federal High Court for prosecution, like let him go back there, let them start the case from Federal High Court again. That Nnamdi Kanu went back to the Supreme Court because Supreme Court cannot rely on a law that does not exist in the Constitution in a written law. So he explained a lot of things for me. So before I tune in my camera, I said, okay, let me speak what I know about this. And I'm going to speak more, not on the law aspects, not on the law context, but on the intention behind the erroneous laws. All these things you are saying, it is the intention and interest of the people. And that is why both the UN report and so many international communities report, the judiciary and the Nigerian police force are the most corrupt institution in Nigeria.
Yes. Biafrans, unu mana ndị Nigeria, inaju, why faji eme law? Fasi, that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, now Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, now why the law is going against him is because Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is trying to divide Nigeria. But the Boko Haram that they are having deals with, paying them, that Boko Haram does not want to divide Nigeria, but that they are uniting Nigeria together religiously. Can you imagine that? So it means we have no religion. It means we have no right to choose which religion we want to be. They are just playing all this rigmarole to confuse people, but we are following them. Nigeria government repealed the Terrorism Act law, which says that it is a treasonable offense for any citizen to try to overthrow the government, or as Onyendu is doing. But everything Onyendu is doing is in accordance with the rule of law. That is, if Nigeria is a country that follows the law. You have right to freedom of association, right to speech, freedom of speech, right to everything. And Onyendu has never breached any of the rules. It is his right for civil defense and self-determination. Hello, Chichi Ndewo. Thank you so much for joining us. Thank you. Nigeria government is never following the rule of law. Now, they repeal that law for the Terrorism Act in 2013. Hello, Peter Ndewo. Thank you so much. Thank you, my people. They repealed this law in 2013. When you repeal a law, that law will no longer be effective. You can no longer use it in the court of law, and you can never make reference to it unless the new law you connected to it and it made reference to that very law that you are making the new one. So you will be in the new law making reference to the old law. And this will always be done by the executives, which are the lawmakers. As I said, judges do not make law, but they can make bylaws. They can make bylaws depending on the case and what the case relates to and what the bylaw will say. So the executives will do this in their time of, processing their bill, passing the law from one chamber to the other until they will accent it to be the law, binding the whole country. Then they will transfer it to the court and it will be effective. Anyone can use it against anyone. But this one, they repealed it completely. But look at it, that Judge James Omotosho is using it against Onyendu now. They repealed it because of their terrorist group. 2013 and 2025, Judge Omotosho is using it for Onyendu to put him, because there is life imprisonment or execution. That's what they want to do to Onyendu. That's why they are using that law. That's why they are using it. Is a law that is so obsolete, a law that has been repealed long time ago. It is no longer effective.
How can you rely on erroneous law to detain somebody because Muhammadu Buhari's administration was the one that was holding Nnamdi Kanu, so they can manipulate the judiciary. They can ask them to do whatever they want to do. By the way, Kudirat Kekere, was she's a judge that was banned not to enter US, and she was one of the key, actors, one of the key actors, one of the judges that asked Nnamdi Kanu to go back to the High Court after condemning the federal government of the atrocities they level against him. And who is she today? I think she is the chief judge. So we live in a country where there is no rule of law, but interest is prevailing against the rule of law. That is the reality on ground. And that is why someone like Sowore has been raising alarm, because he himself is always in the court. According to him, when I see a useless court case, I will know that Nnamdi Kanu case is just a useless court case, because the intention of the federal government is not because this man is guilty. By the way, if Nnamdi Kanu, they can't be telling him, drop the agitation, let us leave you. If they claim that the reason why they are holding Nnamdi Kanu is because of what he committed, why then telling him to drop the agitation so that you will leave him? Logic, we have to think. If actually they are determined to pursue justice, then why telling the same man, drop your agitation, let us leave you? It is an evidence to tell you that the reason why they are holding him is not because he committed anything, but because of Biafra agitation. All right, that is just the introduction of this. Now, you can see this report from Sarah Reporters that reads that Nnamdi Kanu heads back to Supreme Court to challenge 2023 erroneous ruling. And this is the details. It reads that the detained leader of the indigenous people of Biafra IPOB, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, has returned to the Supreme Court of Nigeria, seeking to challenge the per-inquiry judgment that shook the foundation of justice and destroyed the rule of law. I like this statement, that shook the foundation of justice and destroyed the rule of law. Now, let's go to the second paragraph. It says that in a statement issued on Monday by his legal team and signed by barrister Njokon Jude Njokon, entitled A Judgment That Destroyed Justice, Kanu's lawyer stated that the Supreme Court ruling of 15 December 2023, which overturned the Court of Appeals decision discharging Nnamdi Kanu, was not merely an error, but a conscious judicial maneuver designed to keep him in a perpetual captivity. According to the statement, the 5-member panel, led by Justice Garba Lawal with Justices Emmanuel Ajem, Kudirat Kekere Eko, Tijani Abubakar, and Ibrahim Musa Saunawa concurrent, knowingly rely on a repealed law to remand Kanu for trial. So, you see, this is the major context that my lawyer friend told me. He is a criminal lawyer, so he understands the trial of Nnamdi Kanu very well. That a court, a competent court, you know the reason why I continue to ask this? If actually what these lawyers are saying, what Nnamdi Kanu is saying is totally correct, as I said before, I'm not a lawyer, that this court of law are relying on a repealed law, a law that does not exist in the constitution, in a written law again, to judge this man. It will never be good at the end, though. It will never be good at the end if these people are actually relying on non-existing law. So it will expose the whole intention of holding this man. Because this is unacceptable. It is unacceptable to rely on a law that does not exist. That is to say that you can just wake up and say, you on this light. Why did you on the light? We'll sentence you to prison because you on light. And there is no law that states such a thing. You know, Falana was the first person that made this statement. Femi Falana made this statement before. When he made the statement, a lot of people did not understand what he meant. People started criticizing him. He said it was very difficult for you to jail Nnamdi Kanu because the law you are using to charge it does not exist. Falana made it. Now, let's continue with the article. It says, at the center of the controversy in the Terrorism Prevention Amended Act of 2013, which was repealed and replaced by Terrorism Prevention and Prohibition Act 2022. On 12 May 2022, more than a year before the Apex Court's judgment, the Supreme Court knew the law had died, acknowledged that a repealed status cannot sustain a criminal charge, yet proceed to resurrect a dead law to send Nnamdi Kanu back to the Federal High Court, Ndogo alleged. I'm not a lawyer, okay? But if this is just exactly what it means that Nigeria cannot get well again. If these lawyers, judges, can see through a dead law and use it.
He said Nigeria can never get well again. My people, wow. Oh my God. What? Chineke now. Wow, my people, I apologize for that brief interruption. I don't know what it is. All these systems, they keep stopping randomly. All these technological equipment, they are really very confusing. I apologize. The thing just freezed up. You know, when they say that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is trying to divide Nigeria, you will ask yourself, is Nigeria not divided? Nigeria is already divided. Nigeria is divided because the law made for people in the north is different. The law made for those in the southwest is different. And the one made for those in southeast is completely different, which means that Nigeria has divided itself. But these people think that they are too wise, Fulanis. They are the ones destroying the fabric of that society. They are the ones causing all these problems going on. Telling anybody that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is trying to divide Nigeria. Nigeria is already divided. The Sultan of Sokoto is the one ruling the whole Nigeria, but nobody knows. He determines what happens. Tinubu is just there as a figurehead to make the money that he spent during the time of Buhari.
To charge someone, use it to judge someone, use it to be sustaining a judgment for someone to remain in detention. It is not going to end well. No. All right.
We lost people that I knew throughout the Falklands, so you all live in the guilt. You all live in survivor syndrome.
I apologize, my people. You know, when you are using any video from YouTube, they are always advertising every 5 minutes.
He described the ruling as not an accident nor an intellectual slip, but a deliberate judicial ambush that misrepresented a dead law as a life. The statement argued that because the law under which Kanu was charged no longer existed, the apex court's decision was a jurisdictional nullity. A repeal law is a legal corpse. It cannot be revived, acted upon, or used to create criminal liability once the enabling status is abolished. The proceeding built upon it collapsed, Njogon stated. He added that by applying two contradictory legal positions in the same ruling, first admitting that a repeal law cannot sustain a charge, and then remitting Kanu for trial under the same law, the court lost jurisdiction.
Exactly. My people, I don't know how many times that we will be talking about this, going backward and forward, but I have to mention it. That Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, illegal detention, he was kidnapped illegally in another country. Even if he was kidnapped in Nigeria, the kidnap will still be illegal. There is no time the court will now overturn the right hand of the rule of law to be the wrong side and make what is illegal to be legal because he was kidnapped within Nigeria. He was kidnapped in Kenya, which is an international offense. And Nigeria, that is a member of United Nations, they must and should be bound by the rule of law of that entity that they are partner to. So, my people, they breached national and international rule of law. Those three judges in 2022 that said that Nigeria government or Nigeria court, no judicial court in Nigeria has power over Onyendu's case. They did not say that Supreme Court is an exception. No, no exception. Yes, my sister Loves here is concurring to what I said. Nigeria is already divided from the way they were operating their system and their rule of law. In the north, they observe Sharia law. In the west, they observe the law the way it is, but in the southwest, they will apply the law that is obsolete, like what they are doing to Onyendu Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Nigeria is divided, and nobody can accuse Mazi Nnamdi Kanu because Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is exercising his right to self-determination. He started by asking for referendum. So whenever this case of Onyendu comes up, I really don't feel like ignoring it. I know he's no longer here with us, but out of sight should never be out of mind. The same thing goes to our Prime Minister, Mazi Simon Ekpa. It is still the same Nigeria government with their evil and devilish influence. So Biafrans, when I see things like this, I bring them up. I bring them up for us to discuss. Most especially about our funding, because it is our funding that is making everything to keep moving forward. We are not going backward. Where are we going to fall to? Is it to Nigeria or Ambazonia or Cameroon or Ghana? Where are we going to fall back? We have to go to our home. And every penny you contribute, my people, it is saving a life. Anything you do, you are saving lives. You are creating awareness. And this is why Onyendu is still alive today. This is why Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is still alive. But all this going backward and forward, is it not because they are trying to force an old law on him? And he's refusing it. That's why he's taking them going to 6 years now, because June gone was exactly 5 years. And if you follow the rule of law, it's 10 years. Concurrent imprisonment or jail sentence. You spend 5 years for 10 years imprisonment. Onyendu has spent more than 5 years because he's an Igbo man. Because he is an Igbo man. So Nigeria is already divided.
No crime of finality can shed a nullity. Where a judgment is rooted in illegality, the Supreme Court has inherent power and duty to purge its own record, he wrote. The legal team further accused the Supreme Court of breaching Section 122 of the Evidence Act of 2011, which obliges court to take judicial notice of all repealed or newly enacted laws. And this is what he said, in quote, by pretending that the repeal 2013 Act was still in force, the court acted per inquirium in ignorance of a binding statutory duty, and Jogun contended. He insisted that a per inquirium judgment is not protected by the doctrine of finality, arguing that the apex court has in the past set aside its own decision made in similar circumstances. Beyond the legal technicalities, Njogu said 2023 judgment effectively crushed Kanu's constitutional protection against double jeopardy under Section 36(9) of the 1999 Constitution, which bars a person from being tried again after discharge or acquittal. The Court of Appeal had discharged Nnamdi Kanu, which triggered this constitutional shield, yet the Supreme Court stripped him of this right and sent him back to face the same charges the statement reads. So the article continues on and on. But let me stop it here. So what this provision or what this lawyer is saying, for me, it is very simple. What Nnamdi Kanu lawyer said as well is very simple. If they are right, if the Nigerian courts are doing this because of Nnamdi Kanu, like I said, it is going to be a very terrible thing ahead. You see, one mistake that Nigerians used to make, especially their political actors, they will deliberately make a mistake today, and tomorrow they will come out to write book of the error they committed. We don't want people to write book about Nnamdi Kanu. We don't want people to write book how they made mistake to kidnap Nnamdi Kanu. We don't want.
Yes, he said that he does not want to write book about Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. It's always good that somebody tell their story. Nobody can tell your story and tell it 100% correct the way it happened, because you are the one that had that experience. So nobody can write your story for you or tell your story for you. These people are really, really destroying the sense of Onyendu Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, and it hurts me so much. There's a video that I would like us to listen to. My people, we go all around looking for information so that we will let our people know what is going on.
And said, we are not one Nigeria. Allow us to go. You arrested the man, detained him under DSS custody. and said, "We are not one Nigeria. Allow us to go." You arrested the man, detained him under DSS custody, just because he said, "Allow us to go." And whether they like it or not, by God's intervention, we will go. It is time for Christians all over the world to wake up. We have been praying. We keep on praying. But even as we pray, it is time to fight. Inasmuch we know that war is not good, but we can't fold our heads and watch us be killed. All in the name of an umbrella, one Nigeria. Me. And said, "We are not one Nigeria."
So you have seen this very man, Mr. Gunther Feliger-Jan. He is an Australian. The man is also advocating for the recognition of Biafra. My people, this is what I cannot wait to know, that one day Biafra will get their freedom. And from what this man said, we cannot shy away from the truth, because they call it war. We are ready to face that war. We are ready for that war. Let it come. Because we have fought before and they're not letting us be. They are not. And we must go our separate ways. Let's watch this video and listen to it.
For over a decade, Nigerians have been told that their government is fighting terrorists. Billions of dollars have been spent. Thousands of soldiers have died. Millions have been displaced. Yet the killings never stop. But what if the real reason the war never ends is because those in charge are the ones keeping it alive?
Yes, all these things that kept happening all over Nigeria. Is it Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and Simon Ekpa? Why is it that Nigeria government is not getting it into their tin skull that the detention of both leaders of the Biafra movement for freedom, that detention of these men will never stop us from going ahead? We are forging ahead. We are the ones making America now to turn back and look into what is happening in Nigeria, especially the massacre of Christians. So they should get it in their tin skull that Biafrans are not giving up. We are not giving up. So when you listen to this video, you will know that the detention of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is a deliberate act by the Nigerian government. Because Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is not the one causing insecurity in the north, causing in the west, causing in the east. No, he is not. They should release Mazi Nnamdi Kanu unconditionally. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu must be released. Listen to so many atrocities happening in Nigeria.
This is not speculation. There's evidence, some public, some buried, but all pointing in one direction, that elements within Nigeria's government are funding, protecting, and profiting from terrorism. Let's begin with one viral video that many Nigerians have forgotten. A captured armed terrorist made a confession that should have shaken the country to its core. His words were chilling. "I swear to Almighty God, the government is the one arming us. We Fulani don't know guns. We just sat down and they gave us AK-47s. Those words came from a fighter on the ground, not an opposition party."
Yes, Biafrans, as I was saying, Nigeria is already divided. And it is them that divided it. That law they made for Onyenduka, they made now for our leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, that they are using. It is because of this Fulani terrorist group that they repealed that law. So repealing of law means that Nigeria judiciary should no longer use it in any case at all. So why are they using it on Onyendu? Even when this man here openly made a confession, he said, I swear to God Almighty that the government is the one arming us. We Fulanis, we don't know guns. We only know cows and how to rear cows. Cows don't give birth to guns. I swear to God, we just sat down and we are supplied AK-47 by the government. I am not afraid to say the truth. So this is what we go through. Let's continue.
Politician. That single clip, dismissed by officials as propaganda, aligns with reports from both military insiders and international observers. Former Defense Director Major General John Enenche, retired, and security analysts have publicly said that the Nigerian government knows the sponsors of terror but refuses to prosecute them. A 2021 Punch report quoted retired Navy Commodore Kunle Olawunmi saying, they know the names of the sponsors. The Department of State Services, DSS, has the list, but the government lacks the courage to act.
DSS that has this list are the same group of people detaining Onyendu, kicking him and insulting him 2 weeks ago. They are the ones with the list of all the people that sponsors Boko Haram and terrorism in the entire region. They only want to use Onyendu's case to make us keep deviating from what we are doing. But no, we are focused. We are marching ahead. We are moving ahead. While we will tell the world about the insecurity in Nigeria, which they now want to level on Onyendu alone. The whole and the entire region is riddled by insecurity and not Mazi Nnamdi Kanu.
This confession wasn't new. For years, Nigerian security officials and insiders have quietly said the same thing, that the state is protecting those who fund the violence. In 2022, the United Arab Emirates released a list of 6 Nigerians it found guilty of funding Boko Haram. The list came after a lengthy investigation involving the United States Treasury and international banking systems. These men were convicted in a UAE court, their accounts frozen and their networks exposed. But the Nigerian government didn't arrest them. It didn't even open a local investigation. The US Treasury Department publicly released the same names under its sanctions list, warning that these individuals were operating with the knowledge of high-level political cover. Still nothing. That silence was not an oversight. It was a decision. Terrorism is expensive. Guns, vehicles, logistics, ransom payments, they all cost money. And that money doesn't move through the desert. It moves through banks. According to Premium Times and Reuters, Nigerian banks have handled suspicious transactions linked to ransom payments, gold smuggling, and arms importation. The United States even shared intelligence with Nigeria's financial agencies, identifying accounts suspected of terrorism financing. But no prosecutions followed. The Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, EFCC, knows the accounts. The Department of State Services, DSS, knows the names. Yet no one acts. Because in Nigeria, terrorism isn't just a crime, it's a business. It doesn't stop there. In 2021, the Cable and Daily Trust reported that the federal government paid 800 million naira to bandits for the release of Kagara students in Niger State.
Yes, we do all this to let the world know that Nigerians are trading, they are trading with terrorism. They are doing business with terrorism. And we are the goose that lays the golden egg. We are just at the middle, like, what do they call it? You know, they use us. Anyhow, we are at the middle, always being traded. All these countries, now China have joined the group that is backing Nigeria, supporting them for their evil activities. But in China, you have no Islamic, not even one. No Islamic existence. In their religion, they don't have anything like Islam. They don't have it. And these people are continuously killing Christians, and nobody is saying a word. Onyendu is a Judo-Christian. He believes in Christ, and he's a Judaist worshipper. They want to kill him because they hate the Igbos, not because there is any offense that he committed. These are students. They will just send their terrorist group there, abduct these children, give them money, they will keep buying guns. Nigeria, they don't produce anything. They have no export to any country because they don't produce anything. The only export you will see from Nigeria is raw food that poor farmers cultivate. Nigeria don't produce anything. So our crude oil that is deposited in our land continues to be Nigeria only export. Whereas in so many countries, you will see them exporting milk from the same cow, exporting hides and skin from the same cow, exporting beef. But in Nigeria's own, no. They don't produce anything. They don't. All they produce is terrorism. All these children were school children that were traded for money. That is Nigeria for you. And they will turn around and blame it on Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. They will turn around and blame it on him.
Deal was labeled a peace negotiation, but security sources confirmed it was ransom money. Imagine that. Public funds going straight into the hands of killers. The same killers who months later returned to kidnap more students in Tagina and Kaduna. Meanwhile, the government launched the so-called rehabilitation program for...
Look at these men in white and green outfit. They are all the Boko Harams. They will change them, use our oil money to send them abroad to go and study. Just maybe 6 months. This is how far they train them, and they will bring them back, give them uniform, and send them to Southeast. And they will tell you that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and Simon Ekpa are causing insecurity in the Southeast. These are people who don't love you. How come Southeast has become one of the prioritized states? It is just a way to eliminate us. A way to eliminate us. Biafrans, this is why we must continue to make our donation to fund our liberation and freedom from Nigeria. Funding is very important. In the life wire of every nation, you don't need any other thing except finance, funding. So in our own case, we are so unfortunate that we don't have any country now supporting us. But during the time of our PM, they said that, oh, he's being sponsored by this country, he's being sponsored by the other country. Biafrans, time has come for us to ignore these marauders and move on by making our donations generously, because we need funding. We need funding to achieve this.
Repentant terrorists. Some were sent abroad for foreign education under the Senate's Operation Safe Corridor Initiative, a program that rebrands murderers as victims and victims as collateral damage. As one angry Nigerian said online, so a farmer whose family was killed gets no compensation, but a terrorist gets a scholarship. A former and victims as collateral damage.
Yes,
Sent abroad.
Let me just get that. I love that quotation. Yeah.
For foreign education under the Senate's Operation Safe Corridor Initiative, a program that rebrands murderers as victims and victims as collateral damage. As one angry Nigerian said online, so a farmer whose family was killed gets no compensation, but a terrorist gets a scholarship. A former Air Force intelligence officer once described it perfectly. This government is fighting terrorism with one hand and feeding it with the other. The deeper you look, the clearer it becomes that this is not negligence, it's partnership. In 2021, Nigeria's Minister of Communication, Isa Ali Pantami, faced global outrage after reports surfaced of his past sympathies for jihadist groups. Old sermons where he praised Al-Qaeda and the Taliban resurfaced, and citizens demanded his resignation. He admitted making mistakes, but remained in office.
Making mistakes, killing human beings is making mistakes. This Pantami you see here is one of those lists that UAE wrote to Nigeria government, giving them list of people who are terrorists, terrorizing people in their country, and they deported them, sent them to Sudan. Nigeria government went there and took them, including Gumi, this man, Gumi, and Nasser El-Rufai, all of them, and the one they call Garba. All of these people are terrorists deported by UAE, gave a list to the DSS, and DSS are covering them up. This Pantami now, they have wangled their way to put him in UN so that he will be representing Nigeria in UN. When you write anything as a Biafran or as a freedom fighter to the UN, the letter will fall into this terrorist man. It will fall into his hands, and he will have to read it before deciding to give it to the UN states group or not, or the whole House of Representatives in UN. He will be the one to read it, and that letter will not make a move, because Onyendu said that he wrote a letter to the UN. These are the people with one other Ajia that they sent. So how can anybody be detaining Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, knowing that all these terrorists who sponsors killing of innocent citizens, that they are just walking free, while Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, who has been clamoring for the freedom of his people, is being detained? Another video also said that Asare Dokubo, what's the name of the other man? Joe Ibukwe, the late Ifeanyi, and all of them, Hopeless Uzodinma, were the people who plotted the return of Onyendu. But no matter where they hide, future will bring them out. God will fish them out.
Shielded by the presidency. To the international community, this was a red flag. A man once accused of sympathizing with global terror networks remained part of the same government claiming to fight terrorism. Olai Mohammed, the then Minister of Information, who in 2023 publicly admitted that Christians were indeed being targeted in Nigeria. effectively confirming what the government had denied for years. Yet again, no action followed. And then there's Samuel Ortom, former governor of Benue State. In one fiery statement, he accused the federal government of colluding with foreign interests to Islamize and take over Nigeria. He said the truth most leaders feared denied for years. Yet again, no action followed.
Yes, she said that no action followed. Let me see if I can get where Donald Trump was showing us a letter that Tinubu wrote as a governor in 2014. At least sometimes it's good to always show evidence of what you are saying to convince the people listening to you. You will see where Donald Trump has that letter with him, signed, and he said that now he is going to act upon it because it was a plea made by Tinubu himself when he was a governor. Look at it. Biafrans, look at it. Wow, let me see. You see it? That's the letter. Let me read what it says. It says here, breaking news. US President Donald Trump has dropped another explosive statement to the Nigeria's current president, Bola Ahmed Tinubu. He says, Trump said, Tinubu was the one who reported Christian killing in 2014. I have just approved his own petition. Tinubu asked the White House to invade Nigeria in 2014. Biafrans, do you know why he made such plea? He made the plea because it was Jonathan that was in power at the time. So he said, I have just approved his own request under his government. US President Donald Trump has dropped another explosive statement revealing that Nigeria's current president, Bola Ahmed Tinubu, once petitioned the White House in 2014, accusing the then Nigerian government of committing genocide against Christians. Trump said in 2014, Tinubu and his APC people submitted a petition to the White House saying Christians were being killed in Nigeria, a Christian genocide. They begged America to act. I have just approved that same request under Tinubu's own government. Isn't that something? He asked. He continued, it is funny. The same man who cried to us for help back then is now sitting in the same seat he accused of genocide. That was the same seat where Jonathan Goodluck was sitting because they vowed that an Igbo man will never rule Nigeria. My people, you know how long Jonathan ruled and how they tried to destroy Jonathan's regime with insecurity and finally pushed him out of the office. And he said, guess what? I just signed the very petition he brought. That's justice. That's full circle. Trump, speaking with his usual boldness, said, in 2014, Tinubu and his people begged the United States to invade Nigeria. You can imagine, to invade Nigeria. They said Christians were being slaughtered and the government was doing nothing. That was the government of Jonathan, just to bring Jonathan down. They asked us to step in, and guess what? I have just approved the same request, but now under Tinubu's own government. Trump added, with his trademark tone, I know everything. I have the documents. We don't forget. When America moves, the world feels it. Nigeria is about to learn that again. Tinubu started in 2014. Now he is going to see how it ends big time, Trump concluded. Have you seen it? You see, when you live in a glass house and you keep throwing stone. Hello, my brother Ato Ndewo. Thank you for joining us. Thank you so much. Look at it. That's the letter here, the one I just read. That's Trump holding it against this very man. When you live in a glass house, you don't throw stones. The thing he tried to beg America to do in 2014 to push Jonathan out of the office so that his Buhari will come in. And they succeeded because Jonathan quietly left. Jonathan said that his stay in the office does not want anybody's blood to be spilled in Nigeria. And Jonathan quietly left and they took over. Buhari started terrorizing everyone. Now they are blaming it on Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, detaining him without release. For 5 years, a competent court cannot complete a case. Ndewo, my brother, Uchenna, I appreciate you. Thank you so much for joining us. So, my people, after going round and round everything that I am saying here, Elonsi, Ekomdo, well done, oh, thank you for joining. Where is Tutos? Thank you, Nsi. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. When we are saying all this, Biafrans, showing you one video or the other, explaining to you, is for you to know that the Fulanis are not backing down because they are the ones ruling Nigeria. Yes, we are not backing down. We have to continue. Thank you. Thank you, Nsi. We are not backing down. We have to stand up firm with our donations, our Ejema and Eje. Our Ejema and our Eje. We must continue to donate to fund our freedom and our liberation because Nigeria is so despicable, they are not backing down. Ndị be anyị nọ n'ụlọ, video niile a na-egosi bụ ka unu wee fụ ife Nigeria na-eme. Nigeria lụrụ na 2014, onye a na-akpọ Tinubu oge afọ ọ bụ gọvanọ na Lagos steeti. Nyanwa sponsọlụ mbata Buhari bata. Because all dị mma ka na-eme ka unu na-ama, unu na-ada agwa m na unu ada aghọta ife na-aga. Maka na Nigeria media ada report ya. Fulani government abanugo media houses in Nigeria. Kafagali report anything. Ịnwa ya nwafe gbuo gị. So if I na-egosi here bụ video ife ndị APC mee during the time of Jonathan. Maka na first na Jonathan bụ onye Igbo. And onye Igbo amachinata. Maka si a Obi na ada abịa sili unu. Obi will never win. They will never allow him to win. Nko win. Fa jikwa the same sham court. Very shambolic judges and their rulings. Wee napi Obi. Wee nye Tinubu. Maka na Tinubu nọ na compensation bid. Fana compensate. Nyanwa bring Buhari. Buhari wee bia strategize ya. Wee position of Fulani in all angles. How to fight Igbos and other ethnic groups. Now, nwoke a bụ onye Kedafia. This man, let me show it. Nwoke a nụwa bụ Lai Muhammad. ọ bụ onye Kwara steeti. Kịta afa na-anyụ ndị Kwara steeti anya na-egbu ndị befa. They are killing them. But what do you expect? What do you expect? He cannot talk. Media is power. That's why we bring all these things to the knowledge of the world. Ndị be anyị ife m na-akọwala unu bụ na nwoke a ndị niile a bụ ndị ofe mmanụ na-asọpọtụ ndị Fulani. Ife niile fa na-eme wee chụtuo Jonathan. Imana that time na Tinubu delu this same Donald Trump letter ndị America si fafa bịa chụpụ Jonathan. Na Jonathan na-egbu Christians. Ifugie. Ya ka Donald Trump ji wee si Tinubu kịta agị nwa bụzi president na fa ga-abịa ka fa bịa gbuo those terrorists. Unu lụtakwa na fa si no anyị nwa bụ terrorist. Fa proscribe IPOB as terrorist group. So ọ bụ na fa proscribe ya as terrorist. Then America wee kwuo kịta na fa na-abịa ịchụpụ ndị terrorist. Kedu ife kpata fa ji amalilili? Fa na-shake like jelly because they live in glass house. And they kept throwing stones. Nigeria government live in glass house. And they kept throwing stones. So ndị be anyị ife anyị na-akọwala unu na ife niile a na-eme bụ ka anyị wee na-edonate ego ka ị wee malụ na Nigeria ada akwụsị akwụsị. Fama akwụsịkwa o. Anyị nwa bụ their target. And ebe ọ bụ na anyị na-eme ka our defense men na-echedobe anyị, ọ bara ulu, o ziri ezi na anyị ga na-atụ ego ka anyị wee support our APM n'ife ọ na-eme. Maka ọnyanwa bụ the current Maazị Nnamdi Kanu, nyanwa bụ the current Simon Ekpa, nyanwa bụ the person bụ ife niile a n'isi kita. We don't have to leave him on his own. O need the support anyị. And o nwere etu ọzọ ị ga-eji support ya ma ọ bụ na ịda atụ ego. O nwere etu ọzọ Biafra ga-esi bịa ma ọ bụ na ịtụrụ ego, maka na ndị na-eme ka Biafra bịa ka e recognize anyị. Ana m akọwala unu oge ọbụla na ndị a na-echedobe anyị n'ọlụ fa ka fa na-alụ. Ekele ọlụ eke. Mana ndị nke fa na APM na-aga, ndị fa na APM na-aga bụ ndị ga-eme ka e recognize anyị ka anyị bụrụ a nation like ndị Fulani. Maka na o nwere ife dịka Nigeria. O nwere ife dịka Nigeria. It is just on paper.
And then there's Samuel Ortom, former governor of Benue State. In one fiery statement, he accused...
My people, you all remembered when this man, Ortom, was crying that they have been, targeting him, chasing him up and down, attacking his convoy, because the man was very vocal and very outspoken then. Benue people say that they are not northerners. They are not Fulanese. So, my people, it has always been the case. Always been the case that the murderers are treated as victims, while the victims are now used as collateral damage.
Accused the federal government of colluding with foreign interests to Islamize and take over Nigeria. He said the truth most leaders fear to say, that the government's silence in the face of these killings is not incompetence, it's complicity. In early 2024, a viral image showed Nigeria's current vice president sitting on the ground, eating with men who had once been declared wanted bandits.
Una fuge na onye a unu na-afụ ebe a onye anụnụ unu na-afụ ebe a unu afụgie ka ọ na-aṅụ mmiri ya na ndị ogbu mmadụ, ndị bandit ụmụnne ya na-ekafa dị ka ndị ala. Ọkwa na bie kafa nọ na bie ịma na ndị Fulani ada enwe oche maka na fa na-ebi n'ọfịa. Onye ga-alụlụ gị oche n'ime ọfịa? Ife fa na-anọ, fa na-agwọkọ naanị ka agwọ. Na bie ị na-anya na the background ifu na ife ha bụrụ ime ọfịa na ife a bụ n'ụlọ ya Ndị a bụ wanted criminals. Nyana fana elini. Na onye a bụ vice president kita. Shetima, Kashim Shetima na ya ebe a. Una fugi. But ndị ala ndị ogbu mmada ọ ga-ezochifa all because of them. Kafaji wee repeal this law na 2013. Fana use kita on onye ndu Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. All because of ndị ala. Una fugo kafadi. Na ifura na onye Fulani inefe anya n'isi their hair dị coily. Onye nke dịka dis Shetima bụ ndị nugolu maybe another people makana ka Fulani si emefe abịa fa nụọ ndị ọzọ so that kafana musa ụmụfa na-agagharị everywhere na-claim land. That is the way they operate. Thank you so much. Nsi is asking you people to remember to share this message and click the like button. Biafrans, we are about 32 now watching. This man is the president of, vice president or president of Nigeria, whichever position he likes. Look at him drinking and eating with terrorists in his house. If you look at the background, you will see that this picture was taken in his house. When these terrorists were being sought for, he was hiding them in his home. Today, he is the president of Nigeria, Kashim Shetima. Ekondo, welcome, welcome. Thank you, my brother. Ndewo, thank you for joining. Where is Tutos? I have asked Nsi. Nsi he never seemed to answer that question. Biafrans, the reason why we do all these things is not because we know how to talk or because we have the best video to show you. It's for you to understand that these people are not giving up. Therefore, we have to buckle up with our donation. Ejema and Eje. That's all. That's the only way you will help our current leader, Mazi Ogenkere, our APM. Because Ibu Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, Ibu Prime Minister, Mazi Simon Ekpa, Mmeji Buago, Obatobie, Ibu these two men, ka our APM Bukita. He is currently carrying the load of Onyendu Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Mazi Simon Ekpa, our Prime Minister, he is carrying the load. And don't allow the weight of this load to overpower him or to weigh him down. Try and donate. Yes. Yes. Yes, my brother Ikuku. Nigeria government, look at him. You saw this man when he went to summit this last year, and he was chatting with Alex Tobb. Alex Tobb is just a terrorist sympathizer. Nigeria government sympathizer. Yes, that's why they allowed our PM to be jailed in their country. Only God knows what his appeal against that detention will be. Only God knows. So, Biafran, in all this, if any nine emifa, bukaime kuno mata, na yini dilimo siso, makana ndi ada akusi. Fulani juru the whole Africa. Kandia, this man, unafuge, he is willing to bring all of them and keep them in Nigeria. We will not allow that to happen. They will not come to our land. Other regions can allow them, but we will not allow them. Do you people know that after the war, what Babao said? They were not apologetic for what they did to us. He said that the reason why he fought with Gowon to keep Biafrans is that they cannot fight Fulani alone. Do you people know that? That's what he said. That they cannot fight the Fulanis alone. Look at them. They don't go to school. They don't learn anything. The only thing they know how to do is to have many children, rear cattle, and kill any unbeliever. That's all. That is the only thing Fulanis know. Look at this man eating with them, with the terrorists.
Nigeria's current vice president sitting on the ground, eating with men who had once been declared wanted bandits. The government called it a peace meeting, but for millions of Nigerians, it was an image of betrayal. Because while citizens are told to pray for security, their leaders are busy dining with the same people who burn villages and kill farmers. This is how deep the rot goes, from the battlefield to the cabinet table. When Kaduna-based cleric Sheikh Ahmad Gumi appeared in photos surrounded by armed bandits, many thought it was satire, but it...
Yes, they thought it was satire. No. This is terrorism. Funding terrorism. My people, have you seen the money? Sometimes this will be in dollars. In Nigeria, this man is a professor. You see, he covered his face. He is a professor, but we know him. I've forgotten his name. They are all having deals with terrorists. While Onyendu Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and our PM Mazi Simon Ekpa are being detained for asking for freedom. Onyendu did not start with guns. Onyendu did not start with knives. Onyendu did not start with incitement. He started by exercising his right, his civil right to self-determination by asking Nigeria government conduct referendum, because Nigeria is already divided. There are laws for the northern Fulanis and laws for the southwest and laws for the southeast, which is predominantly Biafrans. Ndị be anyị ife a bụ nya bụ esemokwu. N'efe ka Gumi ga-eje nata gọọmenti ego ọbịa n'ime ọfịa na-enye ndị na-egbu mmadụ, nke a were ife kwachisie iru. But look at them, all the Fulanis, look at them. When you see their features, you know them. We are not the same with these people, and we can never be. So they have no feelings for you. The only way you escape from this is to fund your liberation, so that you get out of this network of criminals trying to terrorize you, so that you run away and leave your land. They will go and bring their people from all over Africa and settle them there and Islamize you as well. They want to force their own religion upon you. So these jihadists, they have people in the government, they have people all over, politically, economically, diplomatically, they have people everywhere to work for them, so that you will not think of anything other than the safety of your life, and you will be forced to accept their religion.
Was real. He openly advocated for negotiations, claiming bombing bandits will only worsen killings. Gumi even called the US an enemy of Nigeria for proposing airstrikes against terrorists. Instead of arresting him, the government gave him safe passage. That image, a cleric sitting comfortably among men with AK-47s, captures Nigeria's biggest scandal: the merging of state power, religion, and armed violence. While killers get meetings and rewards, journalists, protesters, and whistleblowers get threats. Protesters labeled as terrorists to the...
Yes, ndị be anyị unu fụrụ ya na Gumi bụ onye isi ndị terrorist. Ọ ga-eje n'ime ọfịa ya na ndị terrorist anọdụ. Ọ pụta sị, he will come with threat that if anything happens to these so-called bandits, that it will become worse. That's a serious threat, but the government will not say a word, because he is a Fulani man that has right and power to rule and control people within a region that they are not part of. So ndị be anyị, ife akpatala anyị ji asị ka onye ọbụla donate, It's true na it be abroad. It's true that the exchange rate is high. But the truth remains that you people bụ ndị bi ebe anwa na unu nwere ego karịa anyị nwa. Ndị nọ n'ụlọ unu na-afụ all these things. These are the reasons why you should donate, because the Fulanis, they are not backing down. They are going all the way. They are not backing down. We need this donation as our own weapon to fight back our enemies and gain our recognition.
Arrests of activists who expose corruption. The government's priorities are clear. The real enemies in their eyes aren't the ones holding guns, but the ones holding truth. What we are seeing in Nigeria today is a cycle terrorists attack civilians. The government releases statements and allocates new security budgets. Part of those funds are siphoned off through fake defense contracts and corrupt procurement. The rest ends up paying ransoms, buying silence, and arming the next set of killers. Every tragedy becomes an opportunity to make money. Every crisis becomes a contract. That is why the war never ends.
Yes, every crisis becomes a contract. Ndị be anyị ife okwulu ebe a na every crisis becomes a contract. Ndị Boko Haram kidnap oge. Ịnọgolu na contract fa. Because ị ga-ebido yọba fa ka fa release onye nke gị. Fa sị gị mba na ife ị ga-eme. Isi fa kedu ife ọ bụ. Fa sị gị na ị ga-eweta 10 million. Some people bụ ndị ji ego ayoba, oh, ka inyenu gị 5 million. You have already entered their contract. Crisis in Nigeria becomes a contract. When they go to Chibok and kidnap all the Christian students, where Leah Shaibu was one of them, that was a very huge crisis all over the world. That time Obama was the leader. And now may be the time that Tinubu wrote that letter to America that Christians are being killed. Every crisis becomes a contract. So they contracted. Even America came that time to go and rescue the Chibok girls, devised a means of how that, how those, the mission to rescue those girls, the rescue mission, how it will work. They say that they will gas these men so that they will pass out, partial pass out. And while they are they pass out, they will rescue the girls. Do you know that when this American army that came from United States, when they got to Sambisa Forest, all these terrorists were wearing masks, compromised and complicit Nigeria. So every crisis in Nigeria becomes a contract. When they kidnap you, it's a contract. And it's a very big crisis because your family is about to lose someone.
Was never meant to. The UAE released its list of terror financiers. The US raised alarms. The EU called for independent investigation.
It says that the UAE released the number of financiers of this terrorism going on in Nigeria. And the US raised alarm. Do you know what that means? My people, you know what that means? It means that everything that is going on in Nigeria, that America knows about it. America knows everything about Nigeria. But I can tell you people for free that they are just keeping quiet until Biafra Republic government in exile, under the leadership of Mazi Ogenkere, our APM, currently our leader, himself and Elias Garcelos, our lobbyists. They went to congressmen one place to another. You understand? They went there and created this awareness. They went and created the awareness, and now Will anybody say that we are not moving forward? Biafrans, this is what your funding is doing for Biafra Republic government in exile. Let me show you, because sometimes it's good to reflect. Look at this. You see it? These are the men that our APM goes to see. All these congressmen, only APM, our Breji. We created the awareness. But let me tell you, Nigeria knows about this. Based on what this woman was reading about those who sponsor terrorism. Now, China has now become a big brother that speaks for Nigeria. Why? Because Chinese, they benefit, they sponsor. French, inclusive. So you see, my people, we cannot ignore all these facts. We need to donate. No matter what we say and what we do, it all boils down to our donation. You have all seen and you have all heard, different things going on. And you will understand that the Fulanis are not giving up. They are not giving up.
Investigations. But the only reaction from the Nigerian government was that such reports were damaging Nigeria's image. But let's be honest, what image is left to damage? Soldiers die in ambushes because their rifles jam. Villagers are forced to pay protection.
Do you know what she said now? That soldiers die in ambushes. Do you know what it is? Let me keep talking about this. Let me bring my face out, so that when you look at my face, you will understand what I'm saying. She said that soldiers die in ambushes. You know the situation in Nigeria. Many guys are unemployed. And when they advertise the selection into military to become a soldier, many Southerners, they will join them. So many are graduates that have no job. You will join. When you come to the army, the Southerners, the ones from Benue, from Plateau, from Yoruba land, from Igbo land, they will recruit them. And they know them by their names. They will select them and send them to go and fight Boko Haram. It's good for foreign countries, foreign journalists to hear this and to understand this. We, the Christians from the south, they, the Fulanis in the north, they will select all the southern soldiers and send them to go to Sambisa forest to go and fight the Boko Haram, the terrorists. And they will ambush them. They will tell them that they are coming. My people, one person I know, a soldier, he sent me one video that did not allow me to eat. I couldn't eat. The only thing that will make you know that these are human beings is their military uniform. Southern soldiers, the way they were massacred by these terrorists, because they have already grouped them. The Fulanis, they will group the southern soldiers and send them, go and fight terrorists. And on their way, before they get there, they will inform the terrorists to ambush these people. And they will finish all of them. This is what goes through in Nigeria. That's why the lady said that the ambushing of the soldiers, because they can't ambush their own. And those terrorists that they sent abroad telling you that they have repented, they will send them to Southeast, killing Southeasterners, Biafrans, and they will tell you that it is Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and Simon Ekpa. This is the way it goes. This explanation should touch you, my people, so that you make your donation generously. We need donation because we sponsor our freedom. We are the ones sponsoring our freedom and our liberation.
Money to armed groups, and the same terrorists are invited to peace meetings. It's not the reports damaging Nigeria's image, it's the reality. The war Nigeria needs to fight isn't against insurgents in the...
Do you know why they invite them for peace meeting? They invite them so that it will not seem as if Nigeria government is purposely sponsoring terrorism. They invite them and use that opportunity to give them more money to buy war equipment, because they are the ones buying it as ordinary people. Make no mistakes, they don't buy those ammunitions like Nigeria government. No, Nigeria government is covering their tracks very, very well using Gumi and this terrorist group, so that the world will not know that they are the ones. That's why they call them for peace meeting, and they will be doing all this money laundering you see in this video. And when they call for that peace meeting, they will quietly hand them the money that they are calling for peace. Because they went to Katsina to have a peace negotiation. Like today, the following day they came there at night because they have collected the money. They have collected the money. They went there to attack them. And my people, guess what? They finished these people. And the people started crying. Was it not yesterday that we had a peace deal with you people, and today you are attacking us? Because they only do that to collect money. When they collect this money, they will use it like individuals going to buy their own equipment, but not like Nigeria government. That is what goes on in Nigeria. For those who are listening online, I have 32 people here listening. Some of you may be journalists. This is what goes on in Nigeria. Ewelu nke a erie m ego. Ndị be anyị ifefa je kidnap unu bụ kafa wee na-generate ego. Because America is threatening stopping aid to Nigeria. Because any money a na-enye ndị Nigeria bụ ego eji ego ngwa agha. Killing. Nigeria can never develop. They can never introduce or produce anything. But the only thing they produce is terror. Every crisis becomes a contract. This is Nigeria for you.
Forest. It's against the betrayers in the palace. The enemies wearing camouflage are not the only ones with guns. The ones in suits and agbadas signing security budgets are far more dangerous, because they don't just kill with weapons. They kill with silence, policy, and greed. Until those at the top are exposed and held accountable, the bloodshed will continue, no matter how many summits or prayers are held. Nigeria is not a failed state. It is a captured one, captured by people who distance. They kill with silence, policy.
Biafrans, what she is saying here is that it is not only those in military uniform that are holding the guns, that those in Agbada, those men in the offices, they also hold the guns. How do they hold the gun? They are the ones making all the transactions. For these terrorists, it is a how many $billion by the Ajia Najatu. It says multi-billion-dollar terrorism. Multi-billion-dollar contract. It can never stop. This reporter here said that terrorism can never stop. Listen to her again.
And greed. Until those at the top are exposed and held accountable, the bloodshed will continue.
You see, just like Gumi said that the bloodshed will continue until they get what they are requesting for. They want to, Ruga means give me your land. Give me your land. So the indigenous will give you their land and they will fly and live in the air. And it will become the ecosystem that they are talking about. The indigenous will now live in the air while the Fulanis that get the Ruga will be living in your land. Biafrans, are we going to allow that to happen? And the answer is no. Capital no. They say that the killing will continue until Ruga is established.
No matter how many summits or prayers are held, Nigeria is not a failed state. It is a captured one.
Yes, captured. Nigeria is not a failed state. It's not only a failed state because it failed anyway. It is a captured one. It is captured by who? The terrorist Fulanis. You know? It is captured by the terrorist Fulanis. It is a captured state. Nigeria is not a failed state, but a captured state.
No matter how many summits or prayers are held, Nigeria is not a failed state. It is a captured one, captured by people who discovered that fear is profitable. And until Nigerians themselves...
When she said that fear is profitable, that means when somebody is terrorizing you, what do you do? You are in fear. Fear is profitable. So your fear is their profit. I love this reporter. Honestly, her use of word is full of wisdom.
It is a captured one, captured by people who discovered that fear is profitable. And until Nigerians themselves demand accountability, the killing fields will continue.
Who is going to account? Accountability can never be held when you are working with the Fulanis because they will never allow you to settle down to account. Nigeria, they thrives better in a very chaos situation. That is why the lady said that fear is profitable. When you are scared, what do? You succumb. You give up. But Biafrans, this type of fear, nobody can use it on us. They will lose. They will not profit anything. They will not benefit anything from putting fear in us. So, Biafran, my people, we have come very close to the end of this woman's report.
Because in the end, it's not the terrorists destroying Nigeria. It's the system that created them.
Yes.
For over a decade, Nigerians wearing camouflage are not the only summits.
Yes. She said that it is not the terrorists that is destroying Nigeria, but the system that created them. Who created Boko Haram? Who brought terrorists in Nigeria? Buhari, Malami, Pantami, Gumi, Kashim Shetima. They are the ones. They will be there like those playing chess. You know, she said that it's not only those who are in military uniform that are holding the guns. Those who wear agbada, they are also holding gun by their transactions. Biafrans, this is our time. This is our time. We have to make sure that we are donating generously towards our freedom. I don't know if there is still anyone around that would like to join me on the studio. Otherwise, Yes, I leave the link there on the comment section. If anyone wishes to join, please do so, because I am still here, so that we will continue. We will continue. Americans have actually thrown the ball to Nigerians, and the ball is rolling. Is rolling. They don't know what to do with themselves. Nigeria is a country that we do nothing but lie to themselves and try to convince others to buy that lie. Biafrans, we can never be deceived. We can never be deceived. Let me see if I can get this man's video to tell you that we are really moving fast and God is moving with us. God is moving with us. All these practical jokers, like, what's his name again? Let me see this man's name. His name is, Pastor Adeboye. Did you people hear what he said? Yes. Let's listen to this man.
Dear friends from Biafra, I want to thank you all for following me so much, and I want to talk about Nigeria, so-called ex-Nigeria. Please use this term ex-Nigeria, and please, Nigeria is the Yugoslavia of Africa. Please, it is absolutely vital to study the role model of former Yugoslavia, of ex-Yugoslavia. It was also a powerful state in its time. For 40 years it was a prison of nations. It was horror and terror, striking terror in the Austrians and in their neighbors' minds and hearts. And everybody was afraid, internal and external, of Yugoslavia. And by the way, have you heard about it recently? No, it fell apart, it's no more, it's over and out. And there are 7 new states out of this terrible horror prison of nations, the ex-Yugoslavia, the ex-Nigeria. Here is the parallel. Also, when there will be more states developing out of
Biafrans, this man talking, his name is Gonta Fellingajan from Austria. He is one of the NATO covering Kosovo, Yugoslavia, and Austria. He's, in fact, Europe. So he's a NATO member, a very top official. You all saw him the other day when he came with our Minister of Information and the APM to talk to Biafrans. He said that they disappointed Biafrans in 1967 to 1970, that this time around he is going to advocate for the recognition of Biafra, and it is a welcome development. He is not Onyoji, black man, but he's feeling our pain. So let us listen to our brother who is here to talk to Biafrans. As I told you all, everything we do ends up to remind us, is like a pointer to our funding. So let him talk to Biafrans. Thank you, OBM Ndewo Ekomdo.
Thank you, my minister. I hope you can hear me.
Yes, go ahead.
Okay. You are doing wonderfully well, as usual. And I want to let you know that there is no don't tune into your program, even though sometimes I may be busy, so I will just be listening from my AirPod,
Yes.
and won't be able to send in any messages. But I want you to know, I got your back anytime, any day. Okay,
Thank
so
you.
thank you so much for the uh, broadcast you do, the orientation you give to our people, and the sacrifices you are doing here is unimaginable, and only God can reward you for it.
Thank you
So
so
my
much. It's
my
all
fellow,
of us. All of
yes,
us. Yes.
yeah, my fellow Biafran,
Oh, go
those of
ahead.
you, okay, those of you listening out there, and those of you that will watch after the broadcast ends. Yes, Minister here has done wonderfully well projecting NMK's case. I follow up everything that is going on there. In fact, this morning I also posted an article regarding the judgment date that has been fixed for 20th of November. And Aoyendu is a strong man who has refused to enter any case because he stands on the grounds that Nigeria court has no jurisdiction to try his case.
Not at all.
Because if we all follow the history, he was abducted and renditioned from Kenya, and that is an international offense itself. And because of that, how can you commit and you are now coming to try the person you committed the offense upon? How is that? What kind of a law can we call that one? So I am sure that the international community that have good legal system, their satellite is focused on this case. I believe so. And even though it seems that everywhere is quiet, and I know a time is coming, maybe on that 20th, everybody is waiting to see what the judgment will be from the Nigerian side. And then you come to know.
Don't trust Nigeria. Don't
Yes,
trust
we don't trust
Nigeria.
them. We don't trust them one bit. We know they can do and overdo. What I mean is that they will come to know the kind of reactions the international community already. There is a satellite on them, and I like the narration Gunter is pushing on ex Nigeria,
Yes.
because Nigeria has already failed in every capacity.
Yes.
So we don't expect any good thing to come from them concerning Onyendu's case, because they have failed. Growing up, I am very sure that if you, out of 10 Nigerians or 100 people that you can send a survey to, no one will be proud to beat their hands in their chest to say what Nigeria as a government has provided for their citizens. They have provided nothing from the onset. Look at even the basic amenities. Electricity is not there. Good drinking water is not
Not at
there.
all.
Everybody has to dig their borehole or well to get water. In fact, if you plan of building a house, the first thing you think of is how to drill a borehole, because you need your own water source. After building the house, you have to plan how you are going to put electricity in your house. You need to buy a generator. So, what is the government then doing for the people if they cannot afford to provide basic amenities to make life better, at least easy for people there? So, we see that it's a long time Nigeria has failed. It's a long time Nigeria has failed in all ramifications.
Yes.
And what is happening today is exposing that failure to the international community. Let everybody see it is like breeze blowing to open the fowl of a nyash of a fowl,
Yes.
you know. So everything is now in the open. The international community, though they knew, but paid deaf ears to it, but now it is obvious that Nigeria is a failed state. It is ex-Nigeria. It is no longer beneficial to themselves, to the international community, to the indigenes. It does not benefit anyone. I will not talk about us Biafrans. Ex-Nigeria has never benefited us in any
No.
way, even before the war, during the war, and after the war.
Yes.
We have never gotten any benefit from this ex-Nigeria. So I used to wonder why people then will stay and begin to give credit to Nigeria in
Wow. What's going on?
give credit to Nigeria where it doesn't belong, because Nigeria does not deserve any credit.
Not at
You know,
all.
Peter Obi and the likes of him that say they are running for this, they are looking for a better Nigeria can never in this lifetime get better, because Nigeria was not designed even to be a country.
Yes.
Nigeria is a business center.
Please, my brother, can I say something?
Yes.
Obi and the rest of them are pretenders. Are they children? They know it's only fear. That is what this girl, the reporter in that
Mm.
very video, said, that fear is profitable. The
Yes.
terrorists, they use terrorizing people to their own benefit. So it's
Exactly.
profitable. Obi knows. So if Obi goes to uni, goes back now to uni, and they give him a comprehension or something to write about what is going on in Nigeria, he will escape this very topic. That he doesn't know that Fulanis are just here to grab land. Ruga, that is their language. All these politicians, they know what they are doing. They are
They
only
know.
scared. It's fear. Obi
They
knows
know
the
and
truth.
they know and they understand it very
Sorry
well.
to
But
interject you. Yeah.
yeah, no problem. My minister, they know, they understand it, but they are after what they are gaining from it.
Yes.
Just like the video you played now, you see, banditry, terrorism, kidnapping has become a big business venture in Nigeria that the government themselves are sponsoring and benefiting from it.
Yes.
And this is not something that is going to end very soon.
No, 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 no.
Instead, it is eating deeper into the system,
Yes.
you know, than a terrorist can become a vice president in a country, in what they call a country, because I don't see it as a country.
No, Nigeria is not a country.
So it is very very something that is appalling, and we Biafrans, we need to really rise up. We really need to rise up. We really need to come together. And like you have said, funding is the solution. We need to begin to fund Briggy and Biafra in the homeland angrily. We have to be provoked and
Yes.
do it angrily, so that this nonsense can be brought to a stop. Yes, the US is coming in, and I know for the US, I believe in, and I know what they are capable of doing. If they could do same to these terror people that were afflicting Israelis, the Hamas, then definitely there is no hiding place for these terrorist groups in Nigeria. No hiding place. If they like, let them begin to dig their own tunnel. They will receive it from there.
Yes.
Anywhere they like, let them begin to scatter to, like Gumi has left Nigeria. Wherever he is, let him run to. If he's targeted, it will reach him wherever he is.
Exactly.
So wherever they want to run to, let them run to. The US, I know, will
They
get
said
to each
that he
and
has gone
every
to
one of them.
Turkey.
Yes, he has gone to Turkey. The last video he did, that he was in a car, he did it from Turkey. Yeah? You know? So I believe that only the US will come in to intervene. But for these illegitimate government people, they are all complicit and they cannot do anything. to service the situation. And
Nothing.
this is the opportunity we have as Biafrans to continue to seek our referendum so that we can get our recognition and
Yes.
become
A nation.
a sovereign nation
Yes.
so that we can protect ourselves. Because what happens after US intervention? What will happen afterwards? We have to now take ownership of our territory. We have to secure our territory and prevent any future attacks from coming in so that our people will be safe, the properties will be safe, their lives will become meaningful, you know, because a lot is there that we have to do. But
Yes.
our government requires funding. So much is there to do in Washington, D.C. Anyhow, we have seen the fruits of diplomacy, the
Yes.
way it is playing out, you know, that people used to accuse our APM. He's carrying briefcase, he's paying lobbies, this, he's paying. Now, this is the result,
Exactly.
and it is a good thing. It is a good result.
Ye-
So, where there is good result, then that means we should do more, put more effort in that angle to achieve greater outcome as well, you know. So, Biafrans, please, I'm calling on every one of us to put resources together. Let us support our government. What they are doing is yielding results so that we can seize this opportunity, this window that has opened for us to get our sovereignty, and stand strong as a nation. Biafra is now an alternative to ex Nigeria
Yes.
because Nigeria has fallen. It's time for Biafra to rise up.
To rise.
Yes, it is time for us to rise because ex Nigeria has fallen. And how do we rise? Is only if we come together and fund angrily so that we can take over what is rightfully ours. What Nigeria is making mouth bragging of using as leverage belongs to us. It belongs to us. If we cut our oil resources from Nigeria, what will they use to brag? Nothing. So
When
the
did
time
they
for
find their
bragging,
gold? Was it not 2010?
that nobody is hearing anything about. Now it belongs suddenly to Zamfara government. It doesn't belong to Nigeria. But the oil from our region belongs to Nigeria. Eh? And none of the oil wells belongs to anyone from the south or the eastern region. They in the north, they come to gather everything, grab everything, sell it the way they like, abandon. Look at the degradation that is going on in our side.
Yes.
Ogoniland is no-go area, you know. So the time is now for us to use this opportunity and get what we want so that we can also better our lives. God has blessed us with these resources. Let it not be a curse upon us. So the time is now, Biafrans. Arise, fund angrily so that together we will all sing for joy and unite to build our nation
Yes.
because Nigeria has fallen and it is time for Biafra to rise. Thank you, my minister. I yield my mic for here now.
Thank you
I,
so
I, I
much.
saw I saw Nsi.
Yes.
Nsi, if you're hearing me, please come into the studio. Let's do small parapo.
See, where are you? Join us.
Nsi, where are you coming?
You know what we were saying? Nigeria is such a country that I don't understand the citizens in there. Do you know that some people, some children, still children, you remember when they did their protest in 1st of August? Was it 1st of
Yes.
August this year? Or was it last year when they carried Russian flag? They now gave these children flag that
Yeah.
America is not wanted in Nigeria, that Nigeria is good. And if you see the children carrying the flag, you can see hunger.
My
That
sister,
is hunger, destitute. That is like destitutes. I don't know this kind of country, suffering and smiling. They will ask you to carry that flag, you will carry it. They will ask you to come and vote, give you 5 naira, you will go and vote. Do you know that this election that they conducted in Anambra, somebody called me and told me, somebody called me and told me that the one they call Atoeze. Atoeze is the only man they gave oil well, and he is a slave to the Fulanis,
yeah,
always dancing to their tune. He's an old man, oh, a great grandfather, but still living because he has money. In Anambra, they went and used trailer to bring in Fulani people because he has a huge compound, and they saw this trailer with these people entering his
bring
compound
his company.
because
See,
they knew that Biafrans have a Biafra Republic government in exile have told our
as the
people, do
yeah
not
to
come
sit
out
at
to
home.
vote. So when I see these things happening, it beats my imagination. What do these people want? They want Fulanis to come and Islamize us so that we will start wrapping ourselves like a Egyptian mummy, looking like penguin. It is their religion, not ours. You don't want us, you don't love us. We want to go, you don't want us to go. It's impossible. So, Biafrans, you must donate. There's every reason why you must donate. Those of you in Ariara, Aba, those of you in Otu Onitsha, Anambra, those of you in Lagos, Idumota, everywhere where you sell computer in computer village, all of you, you are all millionaires. You should come and donate. Come and donate. This is our website here. I displayed it here, www.biafrarepublicgovernment.org. And you spell the government in full. You spell it in full. Come and donate. Is it because we are not doing like the Islam jihadists, forcing you people to do it? This shows you people that when Biafra comes, we are going to conduct and maintain a peaceful government. A government of the people, for the people, by the people. We will listen to you. The government will listen to you, what your opinions are and what you want and how to move forward. That is what a real government is. It's not a government that forces you to accept something that you don't want, something that you detest. So, my people, all this video, we still have our other media on the space, but on the space, we don't have the benefit of showing you video. So here is a Breji Media platform where we bring you authentic information with evidence. When we show the video here, it's for you to see and know what is going on. And understand that these people are not stopping at anything other than to come and displace you in your country, your ancestral home, and they Fulanize you. They will bring all the Fulanis from other African region and come and dump for you. And they want you to go and build your houses in the air. Why don't we donate now? Why don't we forget about I'm buying car, I'm building house, this, that, no, there are things you must prioritize. Your liberation, your freedom. Freedom is very, very important. It is from God. But some human beings who have been taking your oil since 1958, oil was discovered 1956, 2 years after 58, they started drilling it. Till 2025, nothing comes out of it. But we know that if Biafra is at least 2 or 3 years old, oh, that nuclear, we will build it. nuclear weapon. We will build it. We will manufacture it. We will produce it. We will do everything to make you people live comfortably well. All this traveling abroad, somebody like me now, I don't want, I really don't like living where I'm living now. Right now is very cold. If I tell you the thick something I'm wearing inside before wearing this, because it's cold now. But in homeland, you just walk freely. But the Fulanis, they don't want that. They terrorize you because they want to use you to raise money to come and kill you again. So why don't we make this donation? Because we are not forcing you like the jihadists. Everybody is relaxing. You think that they will not do it? About 2 or 3 people or 4, even 5 have told me, they can't do it. I told the guy they are coming to Islamize you. He said, they can't do it. I said, they can't do it. They did it in Syria. Syria used to be a Christian country. Even Lebanon was a Christian country. Turkey, a Christian country, but they turned it to become an Islamic country. And that is where Gumi has gone now, to tell you the connection, that they link up. Is a chain reaction. They know what they are doing, and they are not giving up. So the only thing we need now to support our APM and the government itself is funding. So Biafrans, those of you who will get, because I do share my video to many people on my platform. When I share it, you just see this website, visit there. You will see where to donate. You will go and buy 10 containers, 20 containers from China. The Chinese are now fighting us. They are fighting us. Because I was reading this newspaper, is it not a parallel fact? The other one, Somafo or Simafo. They were telling the power of Hello Gift. Thank you for joining us. I was reading that very, either parallel fact or Semaphore. He was saying that Biafrans have outsmarted Nigeria. That even in America, that Nigeria has no lobbyists, they have no ambassador, that they have no ambassador in America, and you know what that means. So my people, I've always reminded you people the need for our lobbyists, and the power of having one is exactly what is having now. And the other side of having a lobbyist is to negotiate for your recognition. And once you are recognized, my people, Nigeria will vacate from your territory. But now they are just using this Nigeria Hercules image to overshadow us. Please, my people, it is very necessary. I will leave you people from here, because we have been here for how many hours? And I thank all of you for joining us. Please, somebody like Gift that just came, try and you can't log out of you. Okay, Gift. Don't worry, you are on my WhatsApp. I will share the video to you and you will start from there. I'm going to leave now. I thank you all, Ikuku and Jinadu. Thank you so much. All of you, Monday and Nsi, Best Biafra, Nelly's TV. Thank you all. Thank you so much. I appreciate all of you for your contribution. This very platform cannot work without you people. So out of heart, I appreciate all of you so much. We are all Biafrans. Senator Endless, thank you so much. I thank all of you, and I pray, my sister love, I'm sure that some of you must have left, but I still appreciate you all the same. We should all endeavor to share and like this message so that it goes viral and let our people know some of the reasons why our donation is needed and is very important. Oh, you can't open any app. Wow. Will it also affect it when I send it to you on WhatsApp? Anyway, I don't know how all these icons, how they operate and how they function. But if I share it to you, try and see if you can open the video from WhatsApp. Thank you all for joining us. As I said earlier, without you, this platform will not be functional. And once it is open, it is for all of us. If you click the link, you will join because the studio is for Biafrans. Thank you so much. My brother OBM, I appreciate you. And it is bye-bye from here. All hail Biafra, peace, progress, unity, and equity. My people, remember what Okoko and them told us. Now we are numerous in our media team, but during the war, it was only Okoko and them. Oh, Nsi is still around. Nsi, OBM is here. He said that you should join us, but you didn't. So Biafrans, Okoko and them, only him during the war was handling the media. He said to us that when the enemies are surrounding you, no sleep. You'll be sleeping with one eye and you'll be awake with the other. I greet you all from here. All hail Biafra.
Thank you, my minister. I just want to appreciate you once again and also to speak Biafrans, especially in the homeland. Let us be aware
Oh,
of the tricks that this ex Nigeria is bringing. First, it
Tutos is
was
here.
okay.
Tutos,
First, it was
join. Hey, Tutos, click
oh,
the
that's
link.
great. That's great. So first,
He's
the
here.
Nigerian government they brought starvation, suffering that people got used to suffering, and they are still suffering and smiling. That fella said. Now they have brought in fear,
Yes,
and these two combo does not mean anything good for anyone. So, and to come out of this is to fund so that we can be liberated and we have our own nation. Yes, I also welcome to into the house, and Minister, I think you will still have to give some time, right?
yes. Oh,
Okay,
Tutos,
good.
come in
Good.
now and join us.
Yes,
Click the,
I
click the
see her
link.
message now.
I really, whenever Tutos is around and he doesn't join me, I really feel, I really feel bad. Let her join. Let her join. Tutos, okay, if she cannot join, maybe it's internet or something. I will see her on the space. So we will call it a day now as Tutos is unable to join us. Or maybe she's trying to. Oh, yeah, she's here. The eagle has landed. The most powerful Breji media woman.
Hey, the
Most,
original mama.
most powerful.
Hey, Mike. The original mama. I can't stay without you. Oh,
Yes.
Guinea. Oh, Guinea. Can you hear me?
Yes, I'm hearing you. Go ahead.
Yes, I saw that you were about rounding up. The
Yes.
most beautiful mama. I can't stay without you. Oh, again, the head that is filled with wisdom. Hey, humility. Everything is found in you. Hey,
What,
again,
what
mama.
can we do? What
Ah,
can we do?
I am loyal as usual. Your
Thank
servant is
you.
here. Thank
Thank
you so
you.
much for hosting us. Where is that ugly Nsi?
This
Eh?
is here. This is a welcome tutors.
Nsi Yaya Barawa. Ekomdo. Mama Betty Ekomdo. OBM Ekomdo. Ekomdo
Ikomdo.
to all Biafrans. Ogene. Ogene. Everywhere. All the boil. Everywhere is boiling.
I tell you.
Everywhere is boiling.
Yes.
Hey, that word TRUMP. Hey, at the mention of the name Trump.
That is it. That man is moving and shaking the world.
Hey, God brought Donald Trump for a time like this,
Ha.
and nothing more than to France.
Yes.
And the time is, we
Yes.
shouldn't abuse this opportunity that God has given to us, Biafrans. You see, our mama has been talking and talking and talking and talking and talking and talking. Please, Biafrans, I'm not going to talk much. She was about closing. Let me not do like our minister Snow and anybody that comes to this place and say, I would speak
Mighty
for.
God is greeting you.
Woo! Oh, Omo, welcome though. Mighty
Uh-huh.
God. Hey, Mama, you're not close today. Oh, my brother must join.
I know. Let me remove the other one so that he will join and be
Hey.
there.
Yes,
Hi.
so Guinea, this is a full house. You
Yes.
see,
Oh.
my people, we have been talking about funding and funding and funding and funding and funding. We have no other option than to fund. I said that this designation of Nigeria as a CPC is a green light for us to become international beggars.
Yes.
That's it. Because what it means there is that you are free to source for fun and protect yourself, since the terrorist government Nigeria cannot protect you. Your
Yes.
protection is not guaranteed anymore. And God did it at the right time that our website started functioning. They
Yes.
had to, lift the embargo that they placed, thinking that they will, continue to place forever.
Yes.
You see how it worked exactly a week before. Not even up to a week. Oh. On Saturday, it was open, bagam. We saw news flying everywhere. So you don't have any excuse. You have nothing to worry about. Go
Yes.
there and just the only heartbeat that our APN wants to feel now is a heartbeat of a Gemma and a J.
Exactly.
That's what he wants. That
Yes.
that palpation is what he wants. He has to palpate in his arteries.
Yes.
Yes, let the money flow, because
Yes.
that is the important thing. You see, my people, every day I keep on, reflecting on the event that has been happening. And if you have ever been misled by this accountability group, come back home. Come back home. Don't let them deceive you with AI voice of our PM or anything generated from our PM. Don't let these people mislead you. Because if you look at what is happening, lawsuits have been dropped, right, against
Mm.
Ngozi. Imam Madabu picked it up from there and said, oh, PM came to talk to Biafrans. And now we'll go 419 and say, please permit me to share the audio. Till today, I have not seen it shared on social media. Yes, so,
That's the
me,
AI.
hey, that means something is wrong somewhere. How can you support to drop lawsuit against Ngozi? You did not hold meeting with Ngozi. You went and held meeting with Imam Madab. Does it correlate? No. There is no connection. So my people, you have to be very, very wise and be smart. Don't let anybody play on your intelligence.
Yes. Go ahead.
Can you hear me? Yeah.
Yes.
So I know that most of us don't want our names to be announced. It's okay. It is okay. Go there now. You don't have any excuse, especially everyone that is in the Western country. Go there and click that link and deposit your Eje or your Ejema, especially
Yes.
Ejema. Eje will go to the homeland. Even if you had quarreled with someone, I don't know why you should be quarreling with someone that is fighting for freedom with you. Our problem now is Fulani and Eje and Ejema.
Exactly. Exactly.
Remove every emotions.
Mhm.
Remove it. Even our APM is not attaching emotions. No one is attaching emotions.
No.
Nobody is seeking superiority. Nobody is seeking for relevance. Such things does not exist.
Mm-mm.
The only thing that should exist now should be your Gemma in the bank. Just click that link, bagam.
Yes.
And we have been saying, go and how can you, mama? Can somebody have business without advertising?
No.
So
And
why is it that our
advertisement,
people don't want to advertise our website?
advertisement. Oh, okay. Oh, I have it all over my page.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why don't we advertise our website? We have 5 links to share there. If you
Yes.
don't say you are there, how will people know that you are there? Because anybody in the international community is free now to fund, to support our funding, or I mean to support our freedom by funding. If you don't share the link from the website, the link for donation, the link for IOU, the link for tax, the link for diplomatic engagement, the link for our own website, gone, 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 that is 5. I mean, that is 6 now. How will they know that we exist? It doesn't cost anything. Go to our website, www.biafra Republic all in small letters, government in full letters, .org. Go there. If you retweet the one that I shared, the numbers will not be added to it. So you have to go to the website and click and share. Do that every morning when you wake up. Appeal for funds. Go to your church, appeal for funds. Don't hide it again. Use the name Humanitarian Aid for Africa. Use the name Humanitarian Aid for Nigeria. All of them, they know what is happening in Nigeria now. Nigerians now are beggars, and so we Biafrans, we are beggars. When they donate money to you, go and pay it into our government account. It is not a crime. We have the license now. Nobody should panic. And I'm using this opportunity to call all our allies. Yes, so they are our allies. That one thing or the other might have made them to leave Briggy. I apologize on behalf of all of them. I say, please, don't be angry, but with anybody, but be angry with a Gemma in our website. Transfer the anger to our website and drop your Ejema there. No need to make announcements so that the people you quarrel with will not know that you are back. Yes, that's your Ejema is what we want. Abi mama,
Yes.
very important. That's
Very,
what we
very.
want. Because we have where we are spending this Ejema. Our
Yes.
Onyendu's case is there, is Brigio.
Yes.
Our Prime Minister's case is there, is Brigio.
Yes.
Our people that have been displaced back home is Brigio. Our
Yes.
PDF is de facto. Our lobbyist is Briggy. Did you see? How many? Let me count again for Briggy alone. Our Onyendu Briggy. Our PM
PM.
Briggy. Our lobbyist Briggy. Our head office Briggy. How many is that?
And
5. And the ones
the
we don't
displaced
know,
people.
and the ones we don't know, which is not supposed to be disclosed, but they are working behind the scene. So if we put those ones that we've not seen or heard, imagine. Now let's look at de facto. Our Biafran Defense Forces are there. De facto, our people that have been displaced, they are there. And you hear when our government said, we want them to come back home. They
Yes.
cannot live under that cubicle forever. Rain
No.
is falling. That is the place that a pathogen will spread very fast. There is going to be high risk of infectious disease. Do they have hospital to treat these people? The answer is no. So the earlier we bring them out from that cubicle that they are hiding, the better for them. Yes, because you see what the Fulanis are doing. They want to come to our land and pack our people, go to the north, kill them and displace them as terrorists. Is
Yes.
that what we want? How can you have money and sit down and watch all this happening to your own people? How?
I
Who gave you the heart? We
I
are not
talked
such
about
people.
it. I
We
talked
are not
about
such
it
people.
yesterday because our information minister created this awareness. And yesterday, I told Biafrans, do not walk late or go anywhere very late at night because once you are abducted, they will send you to the north, kill you there, and display it. and say that these are the terrorists. Now Gumi is
Exactly.
in Turkey. So only God knows whether he has gone to buy more weapon to weaponize his terrorist group.
My minister, they are buying weapons every day. Why do you think European Union is supporting Nigeria? Why do you think China is supporting? We've done program on that few days ago.
Yes,
They they are the ones giving Nigeria money to buy
yes,
weapons. They are the
yes,
ones sending weapons to them.
yes, they
The
sponsor
only
them.
the only country standing with us now is the United States of America.
Yes,
And we must not let this opportunity pass us by.
yes.
Yes, my people say Diana and say eba nguwe meba ngamba. Hey, okay. Eba nguwe insi, where are you? Eba ngamba. What does that mean? You talk about life, you talk about death. So there is no time to do a probability case here. You talk about life, you talk about death, meaning that you can live, you can die tomorrow, even as I'm talking like this. What am I trying to say? In the context of President Trump, we don't know how many days he has left. We don't know. So if we allow this time to miss us, opportunity to miss us, who will remember us?
Nsi
So
is,
Biafrans,
Nsi is showing you laughter emoji.
don't mind that one. Yes, that is a fact. So we shouldn't let this opportunity to pass us by, Biafrans. You see, our APM, oh my God, I didn't know that. Even he himself did not believe that he has such capability. The way he is handling this thing, he's just like we have one rat in our place we call Ekpo Guinea. He'll be biting you and blowing you,
Yeah,
biting you and
yes.
you have it in your place.
Okay, we call it okay.
Okay, so let me use okay so that everybody understand. But and we call Ekpo, is it Ekpo for or whatever? That is who our APM is. He will bite and then go to Washington DC and then continue in what he's doing. God
I beg
bless you.
your pardon. Thank you.
Sorry. You see, I've
Yeah.
made you to laugh now and cough. Sorry, I will soon round up so that you go and rest. You see, the man is working 247, no break. No break. And why do you think our APM is working? Because of the joy that the embargo or the seal that blocked our website, the link to donation, has been removed. So he is looking everywhere for money because this is the time we need to talk to people to
Yes.
bring money. I saw Gunta has scheduled a space. Unfortunately, it will be like 10 p.m. Biafra time, maybe today or tomorrow. I don't know. And I don't know those that will join the space. I want to even message him and say, sir, support us. I know it can be going on behind the scene. These are the people we should talk to. All these NGOs, those that are making videos, sharing it. We need to support Christians in Nigeria. Tell them the real Christians are Biafrans. They are Biafrans. So begin to talk to your people, your church members, your colleagues, where you are working, your school, everywhere. Now, everybody you should turn to evangelist, Biafra evangelist, and begin to evangelize. Now, look at the number of people that have joined your program. But during fundraising, we don't see them. We don't see them. Space is also going on now. How many people are there doing fundraising? We don't see them. Biafrans, there is no cap that has been placed on any amount of money you should donate. And that
Exactly.
is why you hear our mama every time you say donate and donate. I was saying, oh, will I turn the name of my mama to donate? She will not make a sentence without saying the word donate because she knows very well that money is everything. Can't you pity her? Every time she will say donate. All of us are saying donate and donate and donate because we don't have any other way out than to donate. And now say we see kpebe kamba we both akakejo. Hey,
Hey, powerful word.
now you stand under the sun, so you know that sun is hitting you. They know they tell agbalagba come up for sun
No.
because the sun is hitting you. So we are the ones wearing the shoes. We are the ones standing under the sun, and we know the heat that has radiated to hit our brain. And what are we supposed to do to bring our money and do this? Mama, there is no time again. We need to finish this thing. If not, Fulani will finish us.
It's true. That's what I'm telling them, that most of this video we show is for them to realize how resilient and how these people are serious.
They're
They
very
are very,
serious.
very serious,
They're
and
not
they are
backing down.
moving forward. Now they are in Ilorin,
Yeah,
terrorizing the people of that area, and they are coming down. All this Benue and Plateau, is next to Biafra land.
exactly. Biafra, it is only Brigi. Do leave Ngozi. Ngozi has formed a Bubagu. Can't you see? Can't you see? All the list of her commanders are Bubagu commanders. Why are you giving her your money? Okay, now go to this one that is, that time, hey, when I was a small child, when we have the season for masquerade, it is not that I'm relating the face of Choma or Koma to that masquerade. That was
Ekpo.
Ekpo, that black one, that black one, they say Aqua Ekpo, black like this. I just saw Choma now. I know the face of that Choma and that masquerade. They resemble. They resemble.
I
And
know.
she
And that head, that wig, like it.
exactly. You know it very well. And when you look at that picture of that masquerade is covering the real devil inside him. That is what Choma is doing, using the face of that masquerade to cover, so that we don't really see the real Choma. Those days, so it is now that we know the real Choma, that she
Yes.
doesn't have brain.
Yes.
Choma bought professorship certificate. I am telling you the gospel truth. Choma is a shame in the education sector. Anybody bearing the title professor, in fact, go and untitle yourself, because this woman has rubbishes. Imagine a woman coming out to write a memo and putting a website link, and she expect people to click that website link and still go and see Ogechukwu Nkere picture standing with, I think it was Ted Cruz. If you go to their website, you will see it. Is she not ashamed of herself? The
Oh.
same man you put there, Ogechukwu expunge. Sonia Parawa, is it exterminate? What did she even put? Is it expel or sack? I don't even know. And then somebody will scroll down, 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 down. The person will still see the same man that you say you have expunged in your website. What is our APM doing in your website? She's
Oh.
using our APM to promote their website. Choma, go and remove the picture of our APM. You have expunged him.
And
Yes,
that very picture of Ted Cruz and our APM is a recent one.
that's
It's
what
a
I'm
recent one.
saying.
So
She should
why
remove their
did they
picture.
put it there?
I don't know. I don't know. She should remove it, because you have put there in the front page that you have expunged him. So what is his picture doing there? What is his picture doing there? So if people now go and click that to her website, because it is her website, this other man that designed the website for them, he has run away, right? Waiting be name safe.
Is it Azu?
Azu has disappeared. No hiding place for Azu. Azu, no matter where you run to, we will fetch you out. So when you go to their website, I'm just trying to tell Biafrans to be able to differentiate where event is occurring. If you go to Ngozi website, there is nothing to share. Nothing, no information about the restoration of Biafra. Ngozi is doing USB charger.
Mm.
If you go to this masquerade on Choma, nothing to show. She will just wait. When Onyendu is going to call, she will go to AI, generate information and come and paste. No name, he put the CLC, whatever governing council, and then she'll go and upload in her website. And then when you come to the original Okpokopi, Biafra Republic Government.org website, you don't need a prophet to tell you that this is where it is happening.
Yes.
Owambe,
Yes.
it is happening there. You will see
Ebano.
Ebano, Ebano. You don't need a prophet. So what am I trying to say? If you now compare all these three webs, do you need a prophet? Except you are looking for Suleiman prophet to type of prophet.
Mm.
Yes, so because if you are looking for original prophet like Aonyendu to prophesy to you, then he will still direct you to that our website. If
Exactly.
you expect Suleiman prophet, then he will direct you to Choma Okoma and Ngozi. He will direct you there.
Do you know that Suleiman I have all their videos from our information minister handle, but I said to myself, displaying these people, I tried to display him. You know what
No
he
need
said?
to promote them.
You know what he said? That
No.
if any of his followers are trying to, repost his programs, that you should repost him where he is properly and well dressed in his suit.
Again,
That's
you
his
see.
only priority.
Hey. You know, Mama.
Ikomdo,
Ha.
Nubia Shelley, thank you, Ikomdo.
We plenty. You see,
Yes,
our people are turning up. Hey,
yes, yes,
Itayana, you don't even mama do a comdo. So
yes,
let me speak to my people before I know I yield my mic.
yes.
Itayana go. You don't even mo. Akpakuborono, Ogoja, Obubra, Ikom, Afuro, Kid, we are all one. Ide Kid. Ntefokpe tie. Ku yak na efe gị tọwụ kpọng fien tekpe tie dekeda keji osiere dekeda keja keji osiere Fulani eso edi in fact Fulani mmụọ edo nwoke eto nwonyi nkere ka edi iri nwoke nkọ de nyere mai na mai kurogbo onye ebe nu for rente na Fulani eso study ngine eji o ma siere aso study mkpari sanga nkere kere aso study da ede mekidap aso study na ka odwa aso study na ka utom aso study moto se gwat aso study ini ese ke nyongutom aso study ufo aba se ese ke ka aso study ke de pastor ke de member ke de choir but also they may be attack a free information they don't Fulani kubo so idaibo kejem admin you know in kere itayana admin so advertise for meeting aso she link meeting but then you see my dog meeting and I'm tibeke you don't even so she link meeting eso and I'm tibeke eme da ki pong ebi fe pong yes ebi fe pong edekela idami e contribute si okoresin na ise ekobutue ka aba fronye se ka yaba ekede mkpo ekobutue e support Biafra eka ekekpe liberation tax anyi kwa afion before 15 of every month ekekpe liberation tax very very important liberation tax eke kama enenyi song ebono e make sure ke Fulani di gwoto nyino Fulani edo ka kese edeme in local government ke Fulani edo esuke jatedi uso Fulani da mi edi banti direct me ekpeke keyword ama ekpeke keyword direct ma fokunte sefere without direction because na na ma mokide Fulani ejemi jib se ngwa nte nyon yes agbere di awon ke da njere di awon eke locate socks afro we share link to telegram group eke do telegram group you know in kere e identify miro onyin ke jo siero ide mkpo onye de kere wo mkpo mo de mkpo nto de ide mkpo nto de Biafra ma je bi de anyiro mo manage anye resources se mo manage na agbe na nteba re to ke nto a de Britain ibe ngire to eronke ebe ni wo ra make join me na ebe ni wo ra ke join me na mfana bu mo be da mi ikida ebe savior di Donald Trump ọ dị nte savior adi be ruson ano fro nyine be si oko edi enwere nwere nke gwa otu so edeke down mbo nta nke arụ because ebe tawa mas snake no awu ikpe edi foro mmọ mmeta anyị ka nka ndị foro tanwu tayi da nke nta Biafra so esi oko onye esi yes so mama
Yes.
I spoke to them and I've told them what they're supposed to do. That when saliva stay too much in somebody's mouth, it turns to water.
Yes.
So we've been talking and talking and talking. So let me use my mic here.
Our brother is here, Mighty Dot. Go ahead,
Hey, Guinea. Mighty Dot, they come though.
Yeah, a common sister, Turo, we are in ma. You
Yes,
know
sir.
about him.
Idiot, come on, I'm loyal.
Awesome. I made your effort to look in Nabo. They told Nabo.
Yeah, I mean, same your weapon. I mean, same your weapon.
Yeah, I miss those. Yeah. I miss those masquerades. Those things scare the hell out of me whenever they come out.
I will send the video this December on. I will send the video to you. Don't worry.
Awesome. Yeah, so I hope you guys are doing good down there in
Yes.
ground zero.
Yeah.
Awesome. Yeah, greetings, Nwada Betty. Greetings. Somebody else is on the in the room. I greet you all. Nwada Betty. Yes. Wanted to thank you again today
Thank
for your
you.
good work and your effort. You
Thank
see, yeah, it is now that I come to realize that honestly, a lot of our people are hopeless. I'm telling you.
you. are just realizing it.
Honestly, a lot of our people, for this opportunity, that any right thinking human being, any right thinking human being will jump on this opportunity.
Yes. You know why they are not jumping into it? With Islamic group, they use force in everything. Jihadists, I don't know whether jihadists, that's what it means, or just their religion. They do
Mhm.
everything by force. And we come gently telling you, using videos, showing you all the things that have been happening, every event, the historical background, the effect, and the consequences, which is also an effect to whatever has happened to someone, just to let you understand that these people you are fighting with, they are not, in fact, they are born terrorists. That's their only job, killing and maiming. If you see the video I showed you, where Shetima was sitting with them on the ground floor, eating in his house, in his house. You will see these human beings, the way they were structured, the way they were made, that they don't live for anything except, they don't think of development, they don't think of going to school or studying or being clean or living a clean life. No, it's only killing, 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 killing. That's all they know. Or rear cattle. That's all. So you will see this video and you see the way they operate in Nigeria, to know that they are not stopping. They are coming for you. And you will tell them, they will say, when if game, they won't do anything. Really? That's because we
So,
are people.
and you see, this is one of the problems I have. If I was in the position, I'm telling you, when Biafra is restored, I am going to be extra brutal. I'm going to be very brutal to our people,
Mhm.
just like what you said. Because if you're looking at when we restore Biafra, when Biafra is fully recognized, these same people are going to be the ones that will jump on the ship and they'll start claiming rights and start claiming positions and start. They
Yes.
are the ones that will enjoy. They are the ones that will even enjoy this Biafra more than us. So why is it that we cannot even force them? I'm telling you, we need to apply some level of force, even when it comes to the taxing, because this thing is just ridiculous. It doesn't make sense. I understand that most times it's only a few. It takes a few to rescue a nation, but it's very painful that we have over 80 million Biafrans and less than 0.4%, less than 0.4%
Are the
is
ones
fighting for this.
sponsor, yeah.
It doesn't make it doesn't it's not nice, and our people still don't understand the magnitude of the situation that we are in. Mazin Namdekanu, when he was the last court appearance, I don't know if you heard what he said to Omotosho. He says, if Britain tells you to jail me, you will jail me. You think you can jail me?
Yes,
So,
I heard that.
so Britain is actually the one. He knows, even though he's in there, he knows that everything that is being done in that contraption, the killing, the slaughtering, all is done by Britain. Britain is the one coordinating everything with Turkey, just like our partner. I mean, what's his name again? Michael Rubin. at the congressional briefing, he made mention about Turkey.
Yes.
They know all these things. These are the forces. These are the interests. Turkey is the one sponsoring the genocide with what is it called? Both France and both UK, Britain,
And
and
China.
China.
Yeah,
China is the
Mighty
one.
Dot. Mighty Dot.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
sorry, please. There's a message for Minister Betty. Minister Betty,
Okay.
I'm told to inform you that meeting is about to start. Check
Oh,
the media
I
telegram
thought
group.
it's 4 o'clock.
Ah, okay.
Okay. Okay, it's 4 o'clock. Okay. So, well, my brother, try and summarize and let us hit the road. Yeah, I hope you will be there as well.
Oh, we have meeting.
The media team.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Yeah, I will check the link. I mean, if I have the list, I might join. But
Yes. Yes.
yeah, but anyway, let me allow you to go. But I want to tell Biafrans that time has come for everybody to put hands on deck. Nigeria is shaking. Just like my sister Tuto said, we need to jump into this opportunity. We have never had it this close. We have never had this opportunity before. If
No.
we miss it, we are done. If we hear what the Fulanis are saying, it's not only, in fact, if you miss it, if we miss this, it's not only Fulani that will come for us this time, physically. Every interest group will come for us.
Yes.
We have the opportunity right now to free ourselves and create a beautiful nation that will marvel the world, a nation that our children, our descendants will be proud of. And even after we are gone, they will still be talking about us, not in a bad way, but in a good way.
All their beneficiaries.
Yes. So now it is time for us to be able to make it happen. America has come. I was busy thinking, sorry, let me use 1 minute and say this. I was busy thinking, I'm like, do we even understand the opportunity that we have? There is no, I'm telling you, you see Fulani Caliphate, Sokoto Caliphate, and their allies. The cobweb is so big, is so huge and massive that it will be very difficult for us to free ourselves, all the indigenous people.
Yes.
But our ancestors are so kind that they have pushed Donald Trump to come to this, to come into the picture. And it is time for us to use this opportunity right now. America is the only power that can be able to destroy the Sokoto Caliphate.
Yes.
Their stronghold in Nigeria and that contraption, their stronghold against the indigenous people for over 100 years. The only people that could break their arms and rescue the indigenous people is America. And the time is now. That Sokoto Caliphate, in fact, you see that man, that Sultan of Sokoto, that man, he will be among the list of the sponsors and the wanted people. Very soon he's going to flee, maybe to Iran or somewhere. But they are coming for him. So Biafrans rise up, whether you are in the north, whether you are in the southwest, Yoruba, their pain, their anger, and their hatred is increasing day by day. They don't even want to see you again. They are itchy. So, because they know that you are the one feeding them in Lagos and everywhere there. They know that if you go back home to Biafra land, it's going to be very difficult for them. So they want you to continue to feed them, continue to take care of them, while they enjoy at the expense of our heart, our suffering, our pain. So Biafra, it's time for us to end this cycle of subjugation, cycle of pain, and get a freedom that every one of us will be proud of, and it creates a nation that every one of us will be honored to be part of. Thank you, Mother.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Biafrans.
Yes, the Minister of Information also advertised on our platform, Gunter's Twitter space. I think the time is not there, but it's a set reminder.
Okay.
Yeah, I think tutors, you mentioned 10 p.m. Hello, tutors.
Okay.
Yeah, that is for Gunter. So we have media team meeting
Before then.
Biafra time, yeah.
Okay, all right.
What is the time over there?
Here in London is 5 minutes to 3.
And
Oh,
here is And here is 5
7
minutes.
o'clock now.
Here is 5 minutes to 10.
Here is a 7 o'clock. Oh my God! So extra 1 hour.
Yes.
What changed the time?
You've been okay. I think it's Biafra time is now. Is time now. It's time now. Let's go.
Okay, because
Yes.
if it is 6 here is 3 p.m. Biafra time.
Because Biafra time, this is 4 o'clock.
Okay.
All right. Thank
All
you
right.
so
So
much.
thank you so much. I can leave now.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Thank you, Mighty Dot.